Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning. Good morning. We got all three commissioners in today, county attorney's in today, Miranda's here. We have a couple people in the gallery. So we're gonna start off with, agenda item regarding disruptive conduct at commissioner meeting, consideration of appropriate measures to maintain order. The last 2 weeks, we've had to call the sheriff's department for disruptive and disorderly conduct by two people that over the course of the last 6 months, we have sent letters and emails warning them the sanctions that we could enact. And my feeling is that these two individuals, Miss Justine Richmond and Miss Elena Gagliano, need to be suspended from public attendance and commissioner meeting in public business in the commissioner's office for 1 year. They have been warned numerous times, and that is my feeling. I agree.
I agree.
So I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we go ahead with this and
I'll second it.
Public comment.
For the record, this is Justine Richmond. I have not been warned. I have never even been told by the chairperson that I was out of order. We could go into more details, but the bottom line is that you are violating open meeting laws, period.
Thank you.
So, just a couple things, the year long would be just in person.
Right.
And that they could give, written public comment and could be on Zoom.
Yep.
But, that
No
would
public
be,
participation.
the public participation would be allowed, the public comment by
Right.
written comment to the
Written
commission.
comments.
I guess a couple of things in response there. The 2 weeks ago when I was here, the chair did say that they were acting disorderly, as I recall. Maybe I'm recalling that wrong.
Now we call it the sheriff.
And two, she did receive, Ms. Richmond did receive a written email from me, February 2026, stating that she was warned.
Mr. Bradshaw might remember that my comment to that, just because you made accusations doesn't mean that they are justified and supported. I never did receive any support for those accusations from County Attorney Bradshaw, as well as the other accusation, which is that people are providing legal advice. I don't know what that means. Nobody's provided any information on that. I did send correspondence on that. And then I do have a question. So this suspension, you said something about coming into the office. Can you clarify what you mean by that, please?
That you will not be able to come into the office for a year. If you have any, questions or comments or anything you want on the agenda, you'll send it to Miranda via email, not in person.
You're just talking about the commission office, right? I think being in the court. You're not talking about the rest of the court.
Yep.
One of the things I guess I would say in response to her is that, what's happened, it's because of the last 2 weeks. It's not, the warnings were given because there were some issues prior, but the reason why you're acting today is because of the last 2 weeks. Is that correct?
Correct.
Sheriff's office called.
I would like all of this documented in writing to me, as well as the supporting documentation that is the basis for this decision. Thank you.
So I have one question. I was with the understanding that Elena has been warned more than once, but Justine, I assumed that for her, it would be her first time and it would be 6 months. Nope, why no?
She's been warned since February 25th, 2026. County attorney sent her an email on my behalf, warning her of her disruptive behavior and actions, and that sanctions will be.
So Blaine, you're saying that they cannot come in and join us in the regular agenda meeting in the office, but they can be on Zoom and they can make comments on Zoom?
No, they can watch on Zoom.
I was just clarifying the motion would be how the commission wants it, so you may want the motion to be more specific on that point. Cause, yeah, I'm not promoting one way or other, but, I think it should be clear in the
Okay.
motion. And then, for the 1 year versus 6 years is the
mean
commission
6
decision,
months.
sorry, yes, 1 year versus 6 months is the commission decision.
See, okay.
Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah, hold on. Let me turn on my video. Yeah, Derek Campbell. I would just like to say I am really disappointed in the commissioners for this decision. I have watched back the tape on the events of 2 weeks ago, and wow. All I can say is wow. You guys are really stepping in it here. I hope you appreciate the firestorm you're going to bring down on yourselves. Have fun.
Thanks, Derek.
So I don't know, this is Blake Rush. I don't know if you could hear, I haven't watched it or whatever, but 2 weeks ago, there was continually talking, interrupting without being called by the public without being called upon. That's disorderly and disruptive. I don't know what Derek heard, but you cannot do that in a public meeting. And what it's doing is causing the people will not want to run for county commission. Creates high blood pressure for everyone in here, and then the county commissioners cannot get any business done. So there is a basis for what you're doing, and if he disagrees with that, then he's entitled to his opinion.
They already motion.
I'll make a motion that. On your put, just that they can send in emails or letters. No Zoom, no.
Tend on thing, but no comment.
And also make public comment on Zoom. Okay,
Or
No.
can't or can.
Yeah.
Can't.
can.
Well, that's your motion.
So you don't, okay, so what you were saying is they could, and what you're saying, no, you don't want any comments from them on
Letters.
Zoom either.
Cause it just seems like we just sit there and argue over it and over it. We'll just, get letters and put it on.
I don't agree with that.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
Nay,
Motion carried and passed. We'll move on to the board minutes from regular meeting, August 4th, 2026.
I make a motion, we accept the board minutes from August 4th, 2026.
Exactly.
Public comment? All in favor?
I,
Aye. Motion carried. Alright. Moving on into correspondence. First one here is from Headwaters. From the board of directors and their state of Montana Certified Regional Development Corporation. They're expressing their appreciation for our community support. Is this for the housing development? You remember a little bit about this branch?
so this is,
They got a. their-
yeah, and
our
there should be an invoice in there
Yep,
that we pay as, fees dues to be with the
we did
Headwaters.
this kind of last year, didn't we, or at the end of
Yeah,
last year?
Yeah, I guess we need to make sure that this invoice is given to the clerk and recorder's office.
Yep.
And this does come out of the county commissioner's budget. Which one? Wonder Way, no.
This next one is a packet from town of Phillipsburg showing, just letting us know all of the letters that they've been sending for the, Redbird drinking water job. So there's different letters, like this one's, Beaver Head National Forest, Cameron Razor. They're just kind of updating us on where the, where they're kind of standing as of right now with the water project.
Yeah.
From Mayor Philmont. This one here is a flyer from Senator Sheehy's office. Just guessing, yeah, so it's to get passports and it's marked, or showing the August 24th, they'll be in Missoula, 26th, Bozeman, August 28th, and Billings to get passports. Next one here is from Yvonne Moran. Let's do with the sign on Red Bridge down Lower Rock Creek. Said the sign has served purpose over a decade and is in need of repair or replacement. See a bunch of the letters have come off on the sign.
Yeah.
This is the same one from last
It's
week.
been missed ongoing for a few years, it's that stuff starting to roll off of it.
So does this need to be on the agenda to replace the sign?
Or we could discuss it during,
Road.
Do we discuss it during road?
Yeah. This was really the county being a good neighbor because it was there was a safety issue there, but it's not really fully a county issue, but, the county did put the sign up.
Next one is from Jackie Bolster. Brody, Lucian. So they conducted their county safety inspection on July 30th. And Brody pointed out during the inspection that the safety factors have greatly improved in the past year. So thank you to commissioners to install the importance of the safe working environment. And this just has all his recommendations on some of the stuff that we can make a little bit better.
There is a couple housekeeping references in there that maybe we address. That go on the agenda, or can we just talk about it, discussion?
Yeah, put on the agenda for next week. This one is from Montana DNRC. It says that the DNRC has completed the desk audit of grant RPG 22 0741A for the Flint Creek Dam Structural Assessment and Technical Narrative Project. They recommend revisiting the grant file for this grant and all grants within the past 5 years to ensure the documents are easily accessible. They also recommend Granite County create a written records management policy.
Going back to this, safety stuff on, road crew and dumps, I think we should, send them a picture of the stuff and then they can get on it right away and get fixed. Is that all right?
Yeah.
It's just some little stuff there, just, and then there's stuff in the courthouse.
The boiler.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that they, people that are in charge of that stuff should see that when they can get out there. I thought that safety on the first aid kit was looked at by the
The
people.
vendors,
Yeah.
they replace,
Not now.
but
They're
I guess-
supposed to, like every 6
respond
months.
to the vendor saying, make sure they replace the,
Yeah, cause they're supposed to go through them like that.
they used to.
I looked in the first aid kit and the janitor's closet, and it was full here last
But
time.
they're saying some of the stuff's, extra.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, okay, all right, okay.
I was just thinking at the shops, these guys, or get, I thought it was Z or something that would come through. I don't know, I'll find out. But if we get a picture of this to the road crews, and then they can go ahead and jump to get that stuff took care of.
So on this, from the DNRC, is this, do we have to reapply? I couldn't quite really understand what it was saying is on the recommendations to revisit the grant file for this grant. To ensure the documents, they're saying something that the documents weren't accessible. Has that been,
I can speak on this. Sarah and I did this desk audit, it's from a grant, prior to my time here. And I was using a computer that has no network access, no files. She was wanting me to screen share. And I have none of that.
okay,
On the computer Sarah and I were using, this one, I had what I had in person and could show her that way. But it was from, yeah, a grant in 24, maybe 23.
so we do have hard copy, it's just not,
It's kind of a mix of e-file and hard copy.
okay.
Yeah, it was kind of a mix, and then we just sent her everything that we had after this desk audit. So that's what she's touching on. It's an older grant, but just cleaning up files. There was a lot of mix and match, e-file and hard copy.
So is there also a duplicate in the clerk and recorder's office? Do you think, you don't know?
Is your computer now can screen share and stuff?
No, I mean, this I just use for Zoom. It has no access to the things I see
You
on.
probably should have a laptop that you can screen share.
Yeah, and I do.
Oh,
That
you
was my
do?
remote
Okay,
one, so
okay, all right.
yeah.
All right.
So it's kind of, yeah, I could start using that one. This one's
Okay,
just
all right, I thought you.
here. Yeah. No, I have one I can
Counselor.
go ahead.
I don't know if it was a grant we applied for and we're not getting because our internal control.
No, we got it.
Yeah.
We got it,
yeah,
okay.
we got it.
They're just seeing how the county documents,
They-
all of that.
When they were doing the audit, you couldn't screen share off of that laptop.
Exactly.
Was the only, was the only.
I think that was only downfall that. she
So
had.
were they on Zoom or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So we do have the hard copy, we just.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay,
between
then, so
us
it's,
Great West too.
it's not as serious.
I know.
as-
I
Okay,
was nervous. I was like, oh, this was before me, so
yeah.
we kind of just dig.
Well, I
for it.
know Granite County does document and they do their records.
It does say
So-
the NRC recommends revisiting the grant file of all grants within the past 5 years to ensure the documents are easily accessible. It can be put on the county website. Or not saying every document.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I think it just needs to do some scanning and get some stuff from Great West and combine it
Yeah,
into its own file. I had to do some digging.
Alright, that's it for correspondence. Any public comment for correspondence? Today we'll move into public comment on matters within the commissioner's jurisdiction.
Justine Richmond, for the record, I am running for county commissioner, as is Elena Gagliano. And there were also two other people that ran against Commissioner McClure to correct what Mr. Bradshaw had said earlier.
I didn't
Okay.
mention that at all earlier. Whether they're running for county commissioner, I didn't even bring that up. And technically, your motion already applies, so if the county commission wants to force that from now, that they can do it.
Any other public comment? Go ahead, Derek.
Believe that was Dean's comment there was brought up because I'm not sure which one of our unconstituted leaders here decided to say it, but said that nobody wants to run for commissioner because of the attitude in the room. And I do believe that's why that was brought up by Justine. If you look back on the tape, you'll see that.
Alright, thanks, Derek.
That was a misinterpretation of what I said. I said that it's gonna cause people not to wanna run. That's very much different than what you just said, Derek. So, yeah, look at the tape and state the truth.
Go ahead, Monica.
Good morning. I think you guys are doing a great job. So I don't know why you just got a laughy face there, but it happened. Anyway, I have a question to ask you about these Zoom, being on the Zoom. I was under the understanding that every time anybody speaks, they have to have their micro or have their video on. And I know in the past that some people are not doing that. I think if you're going to set that policy, it has to be set for everybody. But I also feel like nobody should be joining your meeting and not putting their name on the Zoom. It has been brought to my attention that at meetings past, people are only putting their initials. So then it appears that there's somebody else. I don't know if you guys can see what IP address they're logging in from, but if they're not being 100% honest with who they are, I think they should write their entire name out, not put, I can't come in here and write M Prince, because people who don't know me throughout the county don't know that my name is Monica Prince. Like, if you're going to be genuine in a public meeting for a government site, it should be, you should have to have your full name down. Also, I don't think anybody should ever be able to log into these meetings as Zoom user, because how do you know who that is? I think it sets you up. It opens you up for problems later. Anyway, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. I think you're doing a great job. Thank you for taking control of this. It will make watching county business a lot more enjoyable. All right. Have a good day.
Thank you. Any other public comment? All right, we're a little bit,
Do you want me to respond to the rule a little bit? The policy the county commission has is that, yeah, the video is supposed to be on when they're giving public comment. There is a provision in the rule that says if they're having technical difficulties, the commission would allow reasonable accommodation there, but that, I guess the point is it a good faith issue with their,
all right, we're a little bit early, but we'll move into, weekly report on road and bridge.
Yeah, I had on here about that, Rock Creek sign. I tried to call and I didn't get a call back, but yeah, that was in good faith. We put that sign on that gate up there in Idle Ranch. I guess either we can get a new sign, or maybe the people that are wanting that there, they could put up a new sign.
Did we put that sign up? So I assume that we probably should
Redo it.
redo it.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was like, oh,
2015, I think.
yeah, so yeah, I remember when we went up and did it, and it was just, there was so much acid coming into some of that area that it was just, yeah. So I guess we could order a new sign. I'll ask Sam, there might be some signs down there even, so I'll ask before we order. If not, I'll get with Miranda and order a sign. The other day I went up Granite. It's, my personal opinion is somebody monkeyed with the bottom of the Granite Road, which is fine. They're trying to smooth out a little bit. They could use a little more work right in the bottom. But after going up and coming back down, we do not want to put a blade on there. It'll be so bad. It's just with that rain and the rock sticking up, it's gonna, maybe sometime, maybe there's some way with the ghost town that a guy could get some kind of a grant to put gravel on it. But as of right now, we do not want it. That's just my personal opinion. Yeah, we'll have a bigger mess, especially, yeah.
And if they're done hauling, I think we need to get a hold of, Mr. Martin there. That was the agreement that they gotta fix the road to how they found it. So if he can touch up that bottom end
The
and,
bottom and then up about, oh, I can't remember. There's one other spot, it's kind of rutted there, but it just knock it down. That's all you're gonna do with it. And that's about all I know on that. The airport, they pulled out there with a roadway and tore that all up. I think we really need to follow through with it and make sure and get it fixed here before we start trying to plow. But that's gonna be a big fix.
yeah,
I mean, where you fell down in, we have.
Where's that at?
The airport.
Oh,
Airport Road.
And we come out, and get County Road. Well, that roll boy fell down in there and he just, I mean, it's gonna be,
40 feet out.
yeah, it's gonna be a tough fix, but it's turned into the insurance, right? But
I need to follow up because they get back, to me, so I'll do that.
I
You
just,
got photographs and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I just think
Send
that
that to you.
if we gotta stay on it, cause it's not gonna be that long, then it's gonna be fall or something here. And
You get an early winter or something.
it's pretty big hazard right now. They got a orange cone, but if somebody gets too close to that, it's bad.
So yeah, I need to send a adjuster out then, that's the next step, it sounds like.
Yeah, I don't know what we're really gonna do. We might have to try to build it up down below where it sunk down in and put something in or to hold the road. Fill it in and then lay a new top on it, is what I was looking at. Oh, I don't know.
That's kind of. They did drag a bunch of that gravel on that shoulder off that road for the roadway, so it's.
They missed the culvert. There's an old culvert underneath there. You can't hurry, but it kind of went
Only
over
when
there.
guys
so-
rattled everybody on the tires, so.
But even if it's expensive, gotta be done right in the insurance.
It's a big safety thing like that.
Yeah.
Somebody cuts it, you know.
I don't know how you're gonna do that with the millions, if you're just gonna have to cut like a section of millions out and then just pave that section in between them.
I don't know, but it's gonna have to get fixed here in the next month.
Are you on it? Or we need to get on it?
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
We need to stay on it, yeah.
So,
The claim is filed, we're just waiting to hear back from the
Okay.
insurance company.
so can you explain that? I'm not sure. The belly dump,
It's a low boy.
Low
He come
boy.
out of there and he cut the corner too sharp, so when he come out, here's the airport. And when he come, here's kind of, when he come out of there, he cut it too sharp and went down in the ditch. And then drug everything, cut that whole piece of road right there.
was it Granite County? Was it Granite County that did it?
No,
No,
No.
private contractor for the
private
horses.
contract. Here, in the.
I've been insurance and we're filing the claim on
So insurance has been filed or,
the claim has been filed.
okay, wow.
I just think we
Yeah.
better follow through or keep on it, cause it's gonna not that long, then we're gonna be into,
And if we're gonna asphalt it, it's gonna be hard to find asphalt.
yep. And then on the other, the crew is up at Dunkelberg running both blades up there. Up to Dunkelberg, they're blading and cleaning out culverts. And yesterday they went up to put a culvert in up the four corners. Where we had the guy that dug in there and that, well, that water's coming there, and if we try to ditch it different, it's just gonna come out in the road, so they were up there putting a culvert. I talked to Mr. Prince, and I didn't call Harold May, but Joe Bigton called me, cause they need to get in their field, so it was kind of an emergency to go to. So that's about it on my side.
And I wasn't able to get ahold of Steve again this morning, but, we're still waiting to get all together with Scott McDonald to put those signs up and post up at Georgetown. The only other project kind of that I was thinking of that we gotta kind of get on to now that it's fall is, the Rumsey Road. Cause all the traps on the one side, the north side of the road are all full, so we need to get those cleaned out. And then we gotta fix the mess from Blackfoot trenching in the, fiber going up the hill. Cause it's a mess there, there's no ditch, and I don't know what we can do, I don't know how deep we can cut the ditch there, and it's gonna be definitely time that we'd have to keep track of to rebuild
Yeah.
back to Blackfoot.
Materials and time, equipment.
And I don't, yeah, how, it's a mess, so I don't know how it's gonna be a big project there as well.
So one question is, you're having problems reaching out to Steve, can't reach out to him. Is there something that we need to do to make it easier to?
Well, if I can't get hold, if they're already out, I try to call them in the morning, cause there's no service up here. I usually get a hold of them at lunch or at
Okay.
the end of the day, so I just
Okay.
wasn't able to get a hold of them this
Okay.
morning before the meeting.
Thursday, when I talked to him, I was up and I seen him, and I talked to Steve, and he said everything was going great. I don't know what this fire stuff's gonna do to the mowing now, cause we, like, we'll have to have a water truck behind it, but they need the water truck with the blade, and I think the roads are more important than the mowing right now.
I think so too.
That's my,
We can always mow in October if we don't
Yeah.
have snow. Or September even.
so that's kind of where we're at on that. Going right along, had a lot of good positive from people up Dunkelberg.
So is everyone on full work schedule, or do you still have?
No.
Nope.
No, for work. That's something that, can we bring up that everybody is,
If you're gonna use names and I
No
suppose
names,
that,
no names.
you can talk about, the number of people that are.
the number of people,
Yeah.
a full crew working,
We have everybody, but we can't, the one's on still.
okay. So it's not full crew completely, okay? Do we know when,
It looks like, November,
oh, that long, oh, okay, so I didn't realize that.
We're gonna close it and have it and talk about it, but
Well, I didn't ever remember hearing it,
we just found out.
something just came
Oh,
in on it
okay.
yesterday.
okay, thank you.
But other than that, down there, they're gonna be coming back on their second round on stuff already, so.
And I know for the guys up here are on their second round already.
That boost, like, you know, if it gets too bad, remember, we can, talk to the Forest Service on that, on them fires and stuff, and we can get compensated, we did once
Okay.
before, so. If a person's thinking about that, and if it's gonna keep being that steady of traffic and all that, and.
Who would reach out on that, Cameron?
Yeah,
Maybe I'll
or Chuck, or, yeah, I don't know who's in charge up here.
probably start with Cameron. Go from there.
Yeah, it was just a fire a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah,
I
we
guess it
wanna
didn't work
stay
out.
on, yeah.
That Moose Lake Road gets washboard real quick.
There's a lot of, they brought equipment out yesterday, they demowed a bunch, but still, it's gonna be,
Another month.
wanna go get something now, because it really. That's about all I have. I forgot what the signs lay here. So I'll get them out, take them down the sand.
Any public comments on roads?
Frank Prince, that Moose Lake Road already is horrible.
Is that?
It's bad. We were up doing the evacuations the other day and it definitely want to get it hold somebody. I know AJ Angelo was head of the CIC right now for the DNRC, but and then Cameron, but it's
Okay, yeah, we
look
gotta
at this bottom, man.
reach out quick to them.
Yeah.
I'll move out and then we're stuck with it again.
Yeah, if you get them to get a plate in there.
Okay.
Justine Richmond, that sign looks familiar. I think that's the same sign on the gate for the bridge that Bergerman sent a letter on, that the gate was locked. I'm a little bit confused about, it's our sign, is it their gate, is it the county's bridge? That all should be, in my opinion, discussed and considered.
I'm not sure what Bergman brought it up. No, you gave the comment. What
Yeah,
did you?
Bergerman brought it up. Yeah,
Bergman?
yeah.
Bergman.
It's right here in your correspondence.
The guy that sent the picture in last, I didn't think there was a name on the,
No,
there was an email, but there was no name.
It's
On the picture for that same bridge last week or week before with the lock on it.
not a county bridge, it's the subdivision, but
Yeah.
off the county road there was creating there was some.
a lot of,
A safety issue.
a lot of people are thinking there's a lock on it, it's just a chain.
Alright,
A hook, yes.
yeah, dummy locks. Okay, any other comments for road? We'll move on to solid waste. So we're here from Todd here, they reached out to Emerald Services for oil collection, we haven't got a response back. The temporary tank that we have from Grant Disposal is half full, so. I don't know, what are we gonna gotta kind of figure out what we're gonna do with the used oil.
It's a tough deal and, Granite was gonna get back with him and I don't know, I kinda left it up, it's his site and that, and I don't know what we're gonna do with used oil. It's coming to the point that
So Granite Disposal said they'd pick it up,
they were going to.
and we just haven't heard, hasn't been confirmed. So that would be, I guess we need to get it confirmed from Granite Disposal.
Yep.
So do they were going to pick it up and they had a place to haul it?
I don't know what they do with it, once it.
Well, I mean, if they offered,
Yeah, they'd have.
yeah, if they offered, we need to follow through. So there's probably a charge for picking it up, but
Gotta get rid of
We
it,
gotta, yeah.
otherwise we're gonna end up putting big signs up, no more used oil, and then you know where it's gonna go, over the bank. But if we can't get rid of it, we're gonna have a bigger problem in our sites. You know, then we're gonna be,
would that be a situation where maybe Scott would reach out to Granite Disposal? Or with the container sites?
he said, yeah, he can reach out to them and see what they're thinking on doing.
So we maybe need to ask Scott to reach out, okay? You gonna do that?
Yeah. I can do it. Follow me, then.
Oh, or do you want me to go and see?
We can ask him today to get a
Yeah.
letter out. And then next week on where we have this every week, then he can bring in a report, see what he
Yeah.
found out. 'Cause they're not open till 10, so.
Now you follow up with Todd too today. I'll give him a call here after the meeting and talk with him about it. They also said that, getting more refrigerants out of the refrigerators and whatnot, so I'll kind of follow up with them on that when I call them too for, we're getting close to a full load yet or whatnot between him and Drummond.
And on that comment, we'll make sure that solid waste, I don't see one, I didn't think I'd seen one for the Petersburg site.
Maybe it was a fire extinguisher one.
So what, for housekeeping, should Drummond?
Yeah, that one on the recommendation, the housekeeping again is the biggest thing. Getting a bunch more stuff piled up out in front, looking at the pictures. We just, that free giveaway stuff is just, it's just, we're getting warned and warned that stop it. That it's a hurt area, we gotta quit doing it. I know there's,
We brought it up in the past already.
he's putting, you know. Just the stuff laying there, trip and fall. And then the tires and stuff along there, it was pretty cleaned up that one day I was up there, but now I see. We just gotta quit doing that.
Getting cluttered. I guess,
So- Oh, sorry,
what-
is this something that we can email the site attendant with the picture and say this comes
Yeah,
from the
they-
commission?
That way they know it's coming from the
Yeah.
safety guy that's
Yeah.
up there, cause there's a, like the Phillipsburg landfill, there's a. Fire extinguisher should be mounted and stored different. But that's all we got is just them two little ones, or not little ones, the ones that are big, but
So,
yeah,
and on the housekeeping in the boiler room, is that an email thing too, or?
yeah, that's what I brought up, that these guys that are in charge of the. Stuff that they're doing need to have these pictures, know that it's people come around and working and.
Yeah. Then, now that's getting closer to winter too, what about where we at with the restroom in Drummond?
It's all approved, Chad went up, met with John, I didn't know anyway, he went up and he said it's all good to go, so now we probably just need to figure out a bid, or put it up for bid.
Okay,
I thought we had something on it, but so,
do we have some sort of plans or something that we can go off and we can put out
No.
a bid right now?
now
Or
it's just, somebody's gonna have to come in and look to see about putting in a bathroom and a sink in there, just, you know.
It's gonna be over 80,000, you think?
I hope not, but.
So it doesn't need to be put out for public, but you could call for like, people that put, quotes in, like getting like multiple quotes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just have to put it in the paper, put it out for the restroom and stuff. Drum and dump, we had some paperwork on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Want to work with Miranda on the notice, just, what kind of specs you want on it.
It's gotta be a one room, bathroom, sink,
They
right?
make them concrete ones, you know, the Forest Service is always getting them, that might be something, I don't know how spendy them are, but that might be something the guy can set right there. Chad said everything's good to go, but it's pretty easy, says.
So right now, what you're saying is that everything's good to go, but we haven't really started any procedure to get
No.
it done.
No,
So would that be a motion that we need to?
I think it's already been approved to go forward with it. The issue, I guess, would be how you wanna, do you wanna advertise in the newspaper 2 weeks, or do a call, or,
Call the contractor.
to have them put in quotes?
yeah, it's been on the agenda, and that Mr. Alt brought it up, and we all agreed to go through, and we even budgeted. I don't know, we'd have to go back and look, but I think we put it in the paper for 2 weeks, at least get some, so we know I'm not the card, I don't know.
Right, I mean, they're all busy, so who's available.
Yeah, and maybe we have to look into one of them concrete ones where they just said it.
Doesn't, Matt Grange do some of those?
He was, I don't know if he's
Still doing,
because
he's
in
Helen
Helen now.
I guess not, I don't know, so I guess just put it out, and we'll see what we get, and we'll base it off of that.
Are we putting in a whole septic or just a vault, that pump it?
No, septic,
No.
Does it have the septic or do we need to put?
we got to put it in. That's what we're getting approved to know where it's gonna be,
So the septic is good to go.
they gotta put it in,
Yeah,
yeah,
got it.
the permits, everything's ready.
but you need the contractor, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The licensed contractor for septic, so I mean, it narrows that down too.
Yeah, just put it in the paper and we'll see what we come in with, it kinda, I don't know how else you would do it, I don't know nothing about building a bathroom, right? So, it's best to get it out, and get somebody that's professional about it, and get it done
Steve was
right.
interested.
Wonder what the size of the one up here is it just same as like a Forest Service one?
Just,
Not sure.
just gotta be a one room, accessible, probably AD or whatever, to
ADA.
get in there. And then just one bathroom with a lock on it,
No,
and a wash basin,
wash basin.
that's all we need, don't need nothing.
We need an eye wash basin too.
They have that in the shop, they have. them.
Is there one in the
You could
shop
actually put, once we get it built, the guy could actually put something in there where, but then you got other people coming in now,
Right.
because the public's gonna use it now and then.
Right.
So,
So, probably better where they're at. Alright, well, we can probably work on a notice then, just put it in the paper and
just getting bids on building them,
maybe get started on after Labor Day.
sounds good.
Any public comment on solid waste?
Gail Leeper, Drummond. So you said you're gonna send a letter with an email to, down to the Drummond site for violations. What's the follow through then? With it, should it not be complied? I shouldn't say that. Is there a follow through? If there's non-compliance?
Well, we did that once before, Gail, and he actually, I don't like talking about a person or the boy, you gotta watch how to say it, but, it got pretty cleaned up, and then we got that great big wind, but now it's getting back, this stuff didn't come from the wind, this is just grabbing shit and putting it there. And it's gonna end up getting us in, cause we literally had one guy, auditor trip. So this stuff has to, I guess if it's not cleaned up in a certain week's time, or. There's gotta be something to follow through, otherwise why are we talking?
It is a policy, I guess.
It comes
Well,
from
it's the
it comes from
personnel
the
manual, and
Yeah.
yeah, so, but the Yeah, there can be, you can put in there, if it's not done within time deadline, it'll be possible.
Cause it was all gone out. Yeah, we just gotta give it stopped. We keep saying it, but we're not following through and pushing it. We have the safety people pushing on us and we just kinda ignoring it.
Okay, so does email have to be strictly, you need to get rid of this?
I
Because
don't
we
know how
told
many
them
times
before
it happened. We've told them before, we've been there.
that
No giveaway
no
piles. like
giveaway
you said.
piles, because it's a hazard.
Yep.
The giveaway piles go into the dumpster.
Or food.
And I thought we told them before
Offsite,
that-
but Yeah, I mean,
Didn't we?
Like they like they don't serve for us. It's just, we just gotta push it and say, now this is it, otherwise there's gonna be, something has to get done. If somebody's gonna trip and we're gonna be in a big soup.
yeah, give them a week to get it moved out. Or-
Any other public comment for solid waste?
So on that email, me again, do we need to stress to the site attendant in Drummond that the giveaway needs to be back into the dumpster and the area needs cleaned up and he has a certain amount of time to get it done?
Yeah.
So what are we giving him, a couple weeks or
Give them 2 weeks. I
give
mean,
him 2 weeks?
I mean, there's a pile of there, it needs, yeah. It's and then them tires on rims laying there. You can't, sometimes you can't hardly back in, it's pretty tight, trying to back in anyway. Next thing you know, you got that crap piled up there, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's time to. Take the letters and go out as soon as today, when we get one rolled up or something, or it just.
Yeah, well, I mean, you want it sent from Miranda or me? But I can help with the letter.
Miranda.
Okay, okay.
I just mean that we need to get it today and get it out.
Yeah, we just need a time frame in there.
So we'll move into the dam tenders report. The reservoir level is 6429.26 for 2.88 inches below full pool. The last, I know yesterday and maybe Sunday, I can't remember if they, on Sunday, but they were pulling water out of there with their big planes for 2 days. Can't remember if they're doing that again today or whatnot, but when talk about our fire restrictions and whatnot later on, Jackie, if I have more information for us on that, but I know the last 2 days they were pulling water out that dropped us a little bit, it looks like, but, anyway, so we're still sitting, we're still sitting way above where we were last year, which is a good thing, so.
So on that, that's DNRC, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
Forest, yeah, DNRC, Forest Service.
Forest
Fish
Service.
and Game, I think they all
When
signed
we-
off on it.
they wanna take the water out, they can just come in and take the water out.
In an emergency,
in
yeah.
emergency.
I don't see how there's any,
I asked what, well, you know, I was kinda talking to Jackie about it, like, well, there's a lot of other lakes that are a lot closer, like, why aren't they just dipping out of there? 'Cause I thought they were just using helicopters. That they're using these planes, they need a mile length. So Georgetown's the biggest one around where they can get their length for. that.
Silver Lake could have enough length on them.
How many gallons,
Oh, that'd be pretty tight.
how many gallons can they pull out?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know, you know, and you think they'd come in and have somebody come in, I know Jackie's been talking, but we don't even have an update or nothing. I mean, what the hell, it's our county and the stuff that's going on, we don't even know, it's pretty embarrassing. I mean, Jackie's getting a lot of stuff, she's called and told me a lot of stuff, but, I mean, they should have been in here today with a fire update, what's going on, where we're sitting.
Maybe having that as a weekly agenda item, have them come in.
They're probably all gone now. The type ones come in, they come in and they don't,
Yeah, they're out
they just do
now.
what they want, leave. I mean, then we're stuck here now, like I said, there's people wanting water and it's like, now what?
Well, there's, need a motion, I guess, for what we can do.
So we have to keep it at 30, right? I make a motion to keep it at 30.
Second it, but on, public comment. If it, something might be able to help or change. I guess how you say it, once we get some public comment on it, cause I know there's people. We can re-modify a motion, right? Just in case.
What are you talking about for like next week or midweek? Oh, right now. you're talking-
Yeah, I know there's public
Yeah,
comment, I've
okay.
had some calls on people, or it's dry, it's really
Right.
bad down below, and people are trying to see if they can get more water, I'll let Frank, he's on the water book, whatever, let him talk, is that right? And you know what I'm talking about?
Well, you can just second it for now, if you want.
Huh?
You can just second it for now. Public comment?
Frank Prince, Vice President of Flint Creek Water Users and President of Horndale. And irrigator, it is getting a little dry, and, you know, last year you guys helped us out a lot for that one, just that 1 week helped us to let a little more outflow and to help carry our water. Maybe this is kind of a moot point right now because of we're kind of supposed to get some rain here coming up this next week or towards the end of the week, and that always helps us out too. So, but I guess at this point, I'd like more water because we all like to have more water. But I guess let's just kind of keep it going, keep it in the back of our minds that if we could do that, release a little bit more later on in the summer, it'd be great. Our flows out of like East Fork and whatnot, we're sitting fairly well, and we're projecting that we will be able to irrigate into the first week in September, which is way better than it was last year, obviously. So, but it's depending on what the next couple weeks could do too for us. So anyway, I guess I'd like to keep that. If we get more water today, but I don't I would see it next week more than.
And now on that note there too, it's like kind of like after our big meeting last year and everything, we kind of sold for the lower valley and upper valley users to all come together
Yep.
first and get a plan together and then bring it to us so that we don't have a fight here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? 'Cause- and then if it is something like that, you know, well, we can get you on the agenda, we can have official game and people like that on there. So like kind of like we did last year, we paid it back that last week in October or something like that. But that, yeah, if you guys get all your decisions made between each water users in agreement from each end and then come to us, then yeah, we can look at it for sure.
Absolutely. I talked to Commissioner Adler last week. He just said,
Yeah.
I'd like to be on the agenda. So anyway,
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to like that.
I agree with, and on the situation like that, do we have to go through all the other, entities to release more water?
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember, and then they came back with that payback deal.
Oh, yeah,
Fishing game is, they're
well, yeah,
take more out, they want to pay back later in the season.
and we were gonna pay it back later, and they said, no, you wanna pay it, they told us to pay it back earlier, right?
No, then let's do it that last week, October.
Or the second,
Or the
second
second
week.
to the last
Yeah,
before we.
yeah, Commissioner Plasky's correct. Last year, we guys did a motion or whatever, cause irrigators did come in and then some were upset with it, so I agree with they're getting,
I think
playing together.
It helps to have everybody here and, you know, get more public involved in this and come with a plan.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it needs to be done that way again too, for sure.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
so we'll stay at 30 for now.
Hopefully it rains like it's supposed to.
Right?
I got my fingers crossed too.
Rain. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That river looks bad, don't it? It's got moss, whatever the crap that is in there, it stinks. What is that? Just,
Yeah, it's just a loss.
warms up.
Where's that at?
All the way to the. So,
All right, we'll move into our next agenda item, Granite County Extension agent hiring.
Hi. Miranda, you got them, kind of the position announcement, job description.
He's,
Oh, sorry, Ben Hopman, MSU Extension, Western Region Department Head. So it's just, essentially, it's the same as the last time. Didn't really change a whole lot in there. But hopefully you guys had a chance at least to kind of look it over and then the form is just, that you agree with the position announcement and that we can advertise it. So, okay. Basically the gist of it. I believe we at least advertise it for about 30 days before we review all the people who applied and then go scheduling interviews and stuff.
starting their process.
Yep.
Put it in the newspaper for 4 times or just a couple of times?
So it gets advertised, on our website, MSU Extension's website, and they send it out all over. Some of the searches I'm on right now, we get applicants from outside of the US and all over the US. And so sometimes it's a lot of sorting to do for the initial interviews, but, so it gets advertised pretty far and wide. And then I talked to Miranda that once we get it posted on our website, she can just put that link on your guys' county website too and get it advertised and things like that. So, yep.
make our motion that we go ahead and go forward through with the Granite County Extension agent hiring. It's the Granite County Extension Agent dash 1.0 FTE.
Okay. So the county needs to say yes before the MSU goes forward, or
Yeah, this is basically just saying that you agree
Okay.
to add that.
approving and saying, yes,
Yeah,
we're looking for
yep, and then we'll post.
a new
the
county
advertising.
agent.
Yeah. Yeah.
For one
Agent.
agent extension. I second it.
Little comment. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Before we run off, could we get, name the spray down there around the county shop down at.
Oh,
It's
just need to round up.
yeah, just around the shop, kind of be careful of the house there. She's got a pretty good looking yard going.
Okay.
Got shop back in there and then, practice.
Behind the,
Yeah, and it's just kind of took over again, I don't know why, but then across the street where we store stuff around that old. And Barb Con talking, but I think we hit that once already, so
yeah,
I maybe talk to her again.
said Jeremy.
Are you on the hiring committee, Ben?
Yeah, yep, so that's part of my new job is to lead all the open searches in the Western.
So you'll find us a good guy.
That's my plan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, benefits me a lot too to have someone good here. Don't have the commissioners calling me with the problem.
Or before, when do you think you'll be out of here?
I'm still going over to the fair here this week a little bit to help, and then I'm gonna still help with the weeds and all that stuff.
Okay, we'll maybe we can get an update on that Blackwood stuff too, so. we
Yeah,
get that
yeah.
took. I don't
Make sure
want
that doesn't get forgot.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yep, so, all right,
Thanks.
Good luck there.
yeah. We'll see you
Have
later.
fun.
I see you over there.
Yeah.
All right. We'll move into our 10 o'clock agenda item, local government center new service model fiscal year 27 annual government support packages co-op with town of Phillipsburg and Drummond. That's a mouthful.
Mayor to come up.
Yeah, send it there. Give us a little bit of a background.
Morning. Gail Leeper. So, MSU, has, local government center has changed things a little bit. And so now they're doing packets to service. And so rather than everybody doing an individual one, you can have this is the lowest monetary packet, but you can co-op. And so we thought that would be the best way to do it. Just because we can we can still get training for new people coming in and whatnot, for boards and et cetera. So that's what we're hoping to do, is just split it 3 ways. I think it's $3,500, and we just split that 3 ways. And we don't wanna lose that, networking with them by any means. And it comes down to their lack of funding.
Right.
It is what it is. I mean, we're all strapped for money, but I think as we move forward in all of this, commissioners, we have to go up in more areas to pay attention just to our own local governments. And I think this is the way to start it.
The town's good with the town bills were good with them.
They were, yeah.
The commission actually gives me a budget for subscription and dues. It could, there's sufficient money in that, I believe. Well, if you could put it in there again, so that's one.
So the training, who goes to the training?
So all of us can, and my thought process is having them come in maybe when we do the once a year joint session. Because then we're all there.
Okay,
And give an update. Anybody that way, anybody from any boards can attend that, and it's all kind of done at once, so it saves on travel and
Pretty much open to the public and then.
Absolutely,
Yeah, it's excellent training.
yeah, it is. And some of it may be, because we've been in it for a while, we've heard it, but I believe you always can pick up something new that's going to benefit either the municipality or the county.
so how do we go through? I would make a motion that we do the joint split, with the jurisdictions to pay them the 3,500. But how do we?
I would think that if the county could pay for it, we can just write the
Just
county a
okay.
check if that's.
Yeah.
Applicable,
I'll second that.
Okay, so would put that to the clerk and recorder's office to,
The claim.
And then, I would think that we probably have to have an invoice. So
Yeah.
the clerk and recorder would
Yeah.
give us an invoice so we don't
Yeah.
forget to pay you.
yeah, do we need to bring that to the clerk and recorder's attention?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks. So I don't know if I have the 3,500 in my budget, but with the reimbursement, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't cut it in our budget.
Well, we can look to see where it can come out.
Yeah,
It
but that's
doesn't
fine, yeah.
necessarily,
You guys, the commission generally gives me a substantial amount for that. I have a county attorney.
You want that cut or what?
Sounds like it.
No, I'm trying to be
Sounds like
nice, I'm trying to be
it's money
nice.
back.
Trying to be nice.
Alright, we'll move into our 10:15 agenda, open cut permit amendment to expand the Munis gravel pit for FNR.
I'd make a motion, we go ahead and
expand.
And you, if,
Amendment.
you may make the motion, go ahead. You go by and read, I think it's something,
What'd you say?
you wanna make the motion
You can
then?
make it. Or do you want me to make it? I'll make it. I don't, how many motions have I made today? No.
One.
So I make a motion that we accept the permit amendment to expand the Munis gravel pit for FNR LLC.
I second it, wasn't, didn't they expand last year too, or was that when they were trying to get all this stuff together?
I think 2024, it's like when Blanche's chair is the last, or whenever this was signed.
Right.
Now they're expanding out into that hay meadow, it looks like.
Yeah. Well, I knew they had somebody come in, they were studying it, looking it over and making sure that they could do it. Yeah, I'll second it.
Public comment? All in favor? Aye.
Did you say all in favor? Aye.
Talking about that gravel pit, that stuff that I looked at there at the state department. They're mixing it and using it, so we'll have to find our own sand and we better start looking for sand and salt. I had it wrote down and figured on for gravel.
Even salt?
We don't have no, we usually get salt, we get a few
Oh,
rolls.
I thought you said you had quite a bit left at home.
It looks pretty good there, but Sam, I asked him and I never heard back.
Okay.
So I'll make sure and find out, but we better not let that,
Do we normally just mix it at Hall and then haul it up here for what they need?
they mix it up here
Do
too.
they? Right. Just in the yard there?
Yeah. I guess we'll find out what each one needs and I'll go from there. I'll find that stuff fan outlet. I don't know what's up here or down in the back there. Maybe ask Nella and Piet and see what they have and Terrio, I think they've been hauling sand out of here to down
Stand
to
there too.
the lagoon, so.
Okay. All right, we're running a little bit ahead, but we'll move into, eventual approval of encroachment permit for engineering and Grant County standards for the driveway, or Rock Creek subdivision.
Is this the one where Ken Jenkins came in last week?
So last week, they came in and we need to put it in writing that they need probably a larger and wider culvert for that approach.
You wanna require it to be engineered as well, so.
He said, whoops, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
He said that they were gonna have it engineered. He sat right here and said that they would engineer it. I think it better be. And then we're covered, cause this is not just a approach, it's, there's gonna be water coming in back there. It's gonna take a bigger culvert.
So I think it could be approved with the one condition is that there's an engineered report and they follow all the recommendations and reasonable recommendations. I mean, I guess you could always come back to the commission if there's something unreasonable in it.
The only thing about that is that, we need to see it before, if they approve it, we'll do it, and then we don't never hear nothing on the engineer.
So the county commission could approve the engineering report then as well. That'd be the second condition.
I think that's what we need to do, is
Yeah.
we need to see the engineering report on approval.
Do you want me to write it into the conditions right now?
So was there special terminology that we wanted in there? And so,
I think, one of the specific things should be the minimum size of the culvert you could put in there.
Cause he brought up like 3 times saying, well, what are your specs and that? Well, it's on our call and something like that, where there could be, that creek floods back in there and it's, you know, and the way that comes down off of our county road, it's over 6 foot just on that one spot. And I mean, it's like that.
Alright, the commissioner district would be yours, right? That 3?
Number 8, Blanche, are you number 1? I'm 2.
I'm 1, you're 2, he's 3.
Alright, the 3.
You're 2, he's 3.
Complete application was received. Yeah. Plan specification submitted, that would be no, because it's not specific enough. Proof of insurance provided.
Like, yeah, we need all that.
Alright,
Cause I mean, it's gonna be a big job. He even admitted, you know, it can be on the ground.
bond,
Yeah, I think, yeah, we need to have a bond just to cover us in case it's
Okay.
not, we have to tear it back out or something, that we're not stuck with the, you know, hole.
So
What do you
this-
think?
Oh,
Go ahead,
sorry.
Blanche.
This is something that we're going to, the terminology be in there and then we'll send him the permit to fill out. With the,
well, it's the,
I think we need something, we'll send this to him, and then we need him to sign it, and that comes back
Yeah.
before anything happens, that we put it on the agenda again next week. Get this to him, and then it's signed, and we know that he's read it, looked it over, knows what we want.
He didn't say it was pressing. Wasn't like he needed it this week or
Yeah.
anything, so we got time. And then what are you thinking for a minimum size culvert, like 30 minimum?
I think back in there, you're gonna, you know, at a 6 foot drop, and you're gonna have to come off of there probably 50, 60 feet, so that puts you right down still over 24 inches out to the end of it, and it's gonna be right next to the road, so under 30 inches is gonna be
36
36.
minimum?
Mhm. Just, it's not a good spot. But it's the only access they have in, they have one just down the road, probably 150 feet, as they go into the other one, but see, they want to build back in here, so they want their own driveway. It's partial and subdivision,
Share.
family thing. That's what the son-in-law told me, and then when he mentioned that. Be easier if they just go in the one they are and take off and go back in there. But they don't want.
so we'll get this to Ken Jenkins for him to sign and then approve it next week. Is that how we're gonna do it?
Yeah, that way that we know for sure he's looked over. I don't wanna prove nothing until cause he might come back being, he's already talked to the engineer and they might say, oh, no, you can do this and that, and maybe we'll have to go back and forth a little bit, just it's just not gonna be an easy one.
Yeah.
I just don't wanna end up getting stuck with it.
the culvert should be at least 36. 36.
I guess you'd put on an engineer recommendation once they, you know, maybe they think it's, maybe they're gonna set it different.
Yeah,
Okay, unless recommended different by the engineer.
Yeah,
yeah,
just don't wanna get too small in there.
right.
Can take a lot of room.
Okay, so you'd only sign the top part, not the bottom part, yeah. We have to do all the everything. But don't, just, yeah, just right here.
Okay, so we're not going to have a conditional approval today.
It's just, these conditions, would be required prior to them even coming back in for final.
And the talk we had with him, we said we'd talk to Blaine and get conditions put on a piece of paper,
Yeah.
same as he said, and then this way it goes back, but it's a conditional if he.
Once he signed it, we can
Yeah.
approve it next
Okay.
week.
So there's no motion today then?
Not really, or just
Okay.
go back, we could make a motion that it's in this
The
too.
motion is,
With the condition.
preliminary inspection of application with conditions.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Until
Okay.
Lisa covers.
Okay. Say that again, Blaine.
The motion would be to acknowledge preliminary inspection, and of application with conditions set, and that they need to, come back in once they've got the engineering report and, so forth to, before they can receive final approval.
Did you get that, Miranda? I make that motion.
I'd second it.
Public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I just think on some of these on the comment is that we really need to start looking at some of these that are being put in. And there's some that have gotten put in and yeah. Just gonna have to really start watching them.
Well, they were supposed to have been watched, correct? That's why they're inspected. So, yeah. Due diligence.
There's gonna be some more coming up down there.
On that.
About line and everything, I mean, I don't know how big it is there, you know, that MEC on that. And I haven't heard nothing back from the MEC or Brad Coon, so I'll get on it this week, I kinda let them. They were gonna have a big meeting, Blanche, and that should have brought up in the road, but
Yeah.
we're talking about approaches, this is the same as MEC's approach on our road with the power line, and then the other one was just the road there at Henderson. They were talking about helping us with the mag.
Mhm.
Is Linda coming down for this basic one?
I seen it just walked up.
Well, she sent in a bunch of stuff. I don't know if she's feeling
I just seen Linda walking up there.
I think she was good.
Thanks. Yep. Give her a few minutes. I think Linda should be here for this.
Yeah, I see the other.
Where'd this come from? Junk mail?
The post office.
Oh, all right, comes on. What?
You didn't hear it, did you?
Oh, I heard her. Oh, I heard it.
I didn't.
You wanna know where that come from, and
She said post office.
I do that to my granddaughter all the time. What are you watching? TV.
There's nothing in there.
Federal.
I got one.
That was a good one. Brian.
Thank you.
Yeah. Some stuff to,
Right?
on my spare time.
Yeah, exactly. Some like reading.
Like, No, as soon as we get started, she'll walk in and we'll have to start over.
About 5 minutes. So if I may blame one thing on this next agenda item. It was brought to our attention from the public and then, after we were over with we adjourned, Linda came down and started talking to us about this project and that, we needed to maybe do a letter to them because we have a commentary by August 14th, and we need to, express our concerns.
They want the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's gonna come in and
Let me go.
she's gonna be here. I think she's gonna make sure she came to the meeting. So-
Okay, we ahead of schedule or do you want to go?
We're about 4 minutes ahead.
Okay.
But there was, a lot of discussion with the gallery too on us discussing stuff when we'd already adjourned. And I do believe that it was brought to our attention from the county planner in that we made sure that it was on the agenda. So this is something that we should be able to discuss, even if we're not making a decision.
You just have to be careful on the amount of discussion. If she comes in and says that, then just say, yeah, we'll get it on the agenda, and that's.
That's how we did it. She was just giving us the information and we put it on the agenda.
Kind of letting us know what to put on the agenda.
Yeah, there's nothing-
The way she's putting
There's
it.
nothing wrong with that.
Cause it's a big deal.
Well, yeah,
I figure that's why you're here.
Giving me, I was like, oh no, what do I do now?
You know, I would have been here the last couple of weeks too, but I was sick, so.
Oh, stay over there.
Contagious.
That's what they always say. I'm just teasing, I hope you feel better. I did notice that Forest Service, I guess, was taking care of that. They were headed up to work on the bridge and Knoxville. I seen some logos go up there, so they haven't go up on.
Good.
They are.
They were told they have to replace the bridge.
Yeah, I haven't seen those signs down low. I don't.
Oh, haven't you?
I didn't drive all the way up there.
Here, right?
What's that?
Window was in.
I just seen her going up the stairs 3 minutes ago.
I can go up and remind her. Okay.
Oh, she's coming? See, every time.
She's good. She's you
Punctual.
guys early.
Right,
She's
yeah,
always
right on time, every time.
here are the poems.
Sorry.
You're fine.
You're a minute early.
Right on time. 1 minute.
Wow, that's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, it's not all for you.
Oh,
Yay, it's not all for you. Oh, maybe we have that. Yeah, you do right. Okay. But you may. Then, I have copies for other people, but you don't get stapled.
If you got a stapler on the, or you probably.
These aren't. Okay, that's my birth. Okay, sorry.
Alright, we'll move into our 10:30 agenda item, Finley Basin Exploration Project in Granite County, Iris Metals. For tungsten mining. So like Blanche said here a little bit ago, this was brought to our attention. There's an article in Missoulian that was brought to our attention from the public last week. And, after our meeting last week, Linda came down with some more information on it, and we, put on the agenda to discuss today, so. Guess I'll give you the floor, Linda.
Okay, so this is up, Finley Basin, and I kind of broke it down, it's 52 pages, this EA, so it's a big, long document. I tried to kind of summarize it up, a little bit as to what I thought the impacts would be. I'm not, in here talking anything about the pros and cons of the action itself. I mean, I'm not opposed to mining needs to come from somewhere, so. That I'm not discussing at all, just the impacts to potentially to the county. So, for solid waste, they do, say they're gonna haul stuff to the landfills. I didn't know if in comments that you wanted to just let them know that those are transfer sites. And that if they're gonna be coming with big dump loads.
Call ahead.
Or either call ahead or you gotta just haul it to Missoula to the site yourself and not overburden your transfer sites. So just, that's the only thing with solid waste.
You prefer that they call ahead or go somewhere
I
else?
prefer to just right haul it in Missoula. I mean, they got, depending on what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
And some of that stuff, I mean. If it's got heavy metals, I mean, there's only certain places in the state that takes all these stuff.
Yeah, cause with not having Allied approve it or something, we
Yeah.
could be sitting on it.
Yeah,
You know, they start pulling stuff in there and we don't know what, we can't get rid of it, we're gonna be in.
They don't like get involved in the site, you can get contaminate or heavy metal
Yeah.
material and stuff.
May want to take it to work out a deal with Allied.
Yeah.
I'd be the one recommend they just take it, you know, don't flood our
Dig it
site
out,
out
you
and
know.
take it in the rule or use
Yeah.
wherever deer laws.
They can have their own roll off and then come get it picked up there.
I think that, yeah,
So it's just the solid waste from the company working normal.
I think it'll just, for
If
the
we-
majority, be just garbage from the
Yeah.
people
They're-
up there.
Yeah.
Until the end, when they potentially have to take down those platforms, those wood platforms, and then you could see a big old load of construction material.
Okay,
But I don't know, cause they're kind of just silent on it and they say that they're just gonna haul it to your transfer site, so. Just so that they know, this isn't a proper dump, it's a transfer site. And yeah, you guys might, and just even tell them if we determine that you need to haul it, you need to haul it. So, or if our person at the landfill says we can't accept this, you gotta
Yeah,
haul it.
they're gonna keep it up to the
Yeah,
supervisor at the sites.
yeah, so not really a whole lot on that. On water, so water is. There's not a lot of information about what they're going to do. They just say they're gonna pull 12,000 gallons a day from an irrigation ditch. They have not disclosed which irrigation ditch. They're saying they don't need a water right, although they kind of imply that they have a water right. So that needs to I think you guys definitely need more information on that. They're gonna pull it somewhere around between like Boulder Creek Lodge and the Gold Coin Road, somewhere in there is where they say they're gonna pull it. So I'm not sure. I kind of looked at it. I couldn't see really. I'm not familiar enough with the irrigation ditches to know where they're gonna pull it, but
it'd probably be below where Boulder Creek comes in and hits Flint Creek so they can actually get more water, but boy, there's a lot of water rights on that.
yeah, and I don't know. It's like, that is one of those things where they need to know several things on the water rights. They need to know that, first of all, that's not an unlimited water source, that you guys are controlling that from Georgetown Lake. And they say it's gonna have an impact on the lower users. So, yeah, this is a big old, this one, water is a really big one. Cause it's like, we don't know where it's coming from, we just know it's coming out of an irrigation ditch. But given that we already struggle to kind of balance the amount of water getting to Drummond, the Drummond irrigation agriculture users, and now we've got somebody in the middle pulling 12,000, that's a big problem. So,
They need the right or contracting with someone with the right, but yeah, they have to have that in place.
and I did, put in my comments, that you might want to talk to. They kind of indicate that they definitely are gonna put permanent stuff in to wherever they're polling, to pull it. So they're gonna be filling tanker trucks. They're gonna have 3 tanker trucks a day they're filling, but then they're also kind of implying they might load helicopters there. It's like, we really need to know that. This is a big, having helicopters, that's a big thing. And if you're gonna have to, if you are doing helicopters, then just go scoop it off the lake yourself. Because then it's not, it's not in your water system. So I don't know that, because they keep implying that they're pulling a surface water. And it's like, I don't know that that's really what you're pulling. So you definitely want to look at the water, and I'm sure people will comment on the water, and because it will have a big impact on it. But then in addition to that, 3 tanker trucks a day going up the Maxwell Princeton Road are they're gonna do some damage to the road. Just putting that much heavy equipment on it. So they do say they're going to fix one of the Forest Service road, but they don't say anything about any kind of, they just say the rest of the time they're gonna use public, or public roads or county roads. And it's like, well, that's fine, you have the right to use it, but you're gonna have to pay for some damage.
Let's coming back to that traffic safety control, cause up there in that one single lane, I mean, there's a lot of traffic coming out of that.
Yeah,
When trucks start going, it's gonna be.
Yeah, you can require a written plan and pay for damage.
yeah, and so, and part of the reason that I'm putting all this down for you is just because your comments have to go in by Friday. They have to be up there by Friday, so there is like a place for Blaine to submit your comments up.
Why they wait so long to get this to us, and then it's kind of throwing it on us, and
Yeah.
if we miss something, then we're stuck with it.
And this is just a draft EA, so there'll be another EA. But this is the time to start getting your comments in and say, you need to address this in your EA because you don't have enough information on this for us to potentially determine impacts. But you will have an impact. I mean, we can tell you for sure you're gonna have an impact, but we aren't really sure what your impact is gonna be. But yeah, I don't have any kind of good reliance that they understand that this whole Flint Creek Valley is, a regulated water source off Georgetown Lake, and that you guys are having to balance how much water comes off, how much water stays on, how much gets to the lower end, how much
It's-
water's
going down?
it's complicated, yeah. It's like, it's so complicated, and it's like you can't just pull it and call it. So, yeah, that's just the basics on water. For helicopter noise, they do say they're gonna run up to 2 to 10 trips, 20 round trips a day from this mine site to Riddick Field and back. So they're gonna be going back and forth. They say they're gonna try to go east and then down, and then head north in order to try to avoid going straight over the town of Phillipsburg.
To Rumsey probably and then.
Yeah,
that way.
but I would definitely ask for a flight path on that,
Yeah.
just so that you can at least notify the people that are gonna be going over. And then I think it's fairly reasonable to say, we wanna know if you're gonna run at night. Cause night running is way more disruptive than if you're just running it, like if you can not run it between certain hours, and then they are planning to put temporary beacons up at the site for the helicopters at night, cause they're gonna be running the helicopters all night.
Well, we're shut down now.
Well, they say
And
that,
that's the thing, is and so this is more on the helicopters and lights, if you guys, if they're going to run at night, you probably have to leave the beacon on next year, or you're gonna have to have somebody flipping it on and off all.
Well,
Oh, now it's daytime use only,
It's
so yeah,
daytime use
they're
only.
gonna have to run during
So
the
you're
day.
gonna, so that's
Yeah.
something that you need to,
Yeah.
Yeah,
to specifically
Here we
say.
go on the airport.
I know, and then the other thing with the airport is if they are running multiple helicopters and they plan to have any of them sitting out there, I would think it's reasonable to say where you're gonna park all these helicopters. If they're at Riddick Field, to make sure they're out of your flight paths and not blocking people that are there.
Not blocking
they need
the,
they need an agreement.
Yeah, so,
County.
like charge them rent.
yeah.
Mhm.
So those are kind of the three big spots where they are going to impact for roads. And I put a little map in there that kind of shows where they're looking to do. And then it shows their platform layout. They're planning to run, May through September. And it's hard to see, but this map that has the square that's kind of on the back sheet, you can see their platforms up there. So their platforms are gonna sit way up on the hill of that whole basin. And then that's where you need the help. That's kind of, I think they're gonna run the helicopter more out there to get supplies from the ground level up to, those platforms. But yeah, that's just for services, and then, as far as the environmental stuff goes, that's more for Chad to look at. They do say they're going to impact to some degree Boulder Creek, because they're right there at the base of
Right
it.
ahead in, yeah.
And, yeah, so, and they figured that the static water level, when they start drilling, their water level is gonna be about where Granite Creek, where the elevation of Granite Creek's headwater sits now. So they're gonna be, their shafts are gonna have water, and then of course they pump all that out. And that's gonna be part of their water source, they say too, but it's a big deal. They're putting a lot of money into it. You don't dump money into a sampling project like this unless you're pretty sure you're gonna find
Well, you're
what you're looking for. They've already done surface sampling. If it went on to do a full mining thing, it would have to go back through review and everything. And then there'd be, I'm sure more issues, but right now this is just intended to be a summer core sampling project. It'll run from May to September, and it'll be 24/7.
Now with like the water and stuff like and the, what they're gonna disturb, like I said, Chad Lannis will be in charge of this, or it'll be DEQ
BQ.
and EPA, wouldn't it?
DEQ and EPA are involved, but, I mean, Chad has a lot of environmental, background, so he could give the county a little more information on environmental stuff than I can.
Chad has this.
I don't know if Chad
Alright.
has looked at these or not, but
Well, being this is supposed to be in by the 14th, this isn't a set deal.
this is just the draft EA, so these are just, these comments are for you to say, we need more information in the EA on these topics.
Yeah.
And these topics will have to be addressed, and then once the EA comes out, you'll have another comment period, and then they'll issue the permit.
I see DEQ is talking about potential effects of bull trout. Is there a bull trout in there?
And Boulder Creek.
There is, okay.
There is.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. Well, so get into the links and everything up
Yeah.
there, so there's a lot more to this. I'm for mining, but This is kind of just threw down our throats, like, wow.
So it's just, that, yeah, there's being a draft EA, but yeah, they should have given us more time.
So this, what you submitted to us is your summary, and it's this, we can send this in.
I would think that you're going to need Blaine to kind of take out the comments and the comments that he gets here today and put them all into a formal letter and send it off. And then that letter can just go up electronically, and as long as it's for Friday, it's
To the DEQ.
Yeah,
NEPA,
yeah.
or-
DEQ website or email. Wow. But it's a significant. Even the core sampling is a significant project.
Well, either in motion for the letter.
I'd make a motion that, it'll be immediate because it has to be there by the 14th. That this summary of draft and a cover letter. And any comments from the public? How would we go about doing the comments from the public?
I'll open up the public comment after the motion.
And just so the public knows, they can comment on this EA as well. Anybody can submit up comments at this point on this project to that website or, write up, if you wanna do a hard
They
letter.
didn't know we really knew, now it's
Yeah.
starting to come round.
This was only a 14-day notice period. It really wasn't a very long notice period.
And we weren't even notified.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't get anything,
I
but
think,
that's part of the problem is that, and I would put that in your letter, that this is their contact and they need to make sure that comments and requests for comments are coming to the commissioners, because sometimes they send stuff to different departments and it just gets overlooked.
I'll second the motion.
Public comment? Alright, who's first? But, Frank,
Frank Prince, good. So. There's a lot of the water laws. That's not quite right, but they can't just come and jump in, suck out of an irrigated ditch. And the one they're doing is right from Boulder Creek to Gold Point Road, but on the
north side there.
east
East
side, excuse me. So that comes right out of Bucks Bombs.
Yeah.
And Boomers right there. But now, if they start pulling out of that affects us from Boulder Creek getting into Flint Creek. I would be happy to help you guys out as far as getting some water laws. Or if that's something you're interested in. The other thing is, do we send public comment to the website or does it go in a letter with you guys?
There is a spot on.
You could probably, I mean,
Okay.
Probably.
just do their own.
They do their own, but if you wanna send me, anything, I'd include it.
Yeah, if you guys want it, you can just send Blaine stuff too, or his email, and he can put it in with our packet
And then when is the project, when are they starting?
next May.
No, Says right here, exploration operations completed no later than November 31st, 2026. They are hoping to start in September. I know you think this is a draft EA, but it sounds like whatever they're doing is very expedited and they're hoping to have approval in September.
That's the way I see it.
So,
It's
Really
like they're
quicker
coming in just to get that
reclamation.
out and then they're ready to go.
it's reclamation in 2027.
And I read it where, there were a couple dates in there that were contradicting. So that is something you should put in there. When is this project running? I mean, I would think that they would have to run in the summer or they're gonna be
Yeah.
buried,
November is when too much snow probably,
but
never know,
you never know.
but that's why they got helicopters.
Yeah.
Alright. No, but Yeah,
Garrett Campbell. So yeah, the first thing I had was a correction on dates. I am not opposed to mining and not opposed to this project. I just want to make sure that it's done correctly and that we're, as a county, having enough oversight and, enough information to make sure that we're not getting ourselves into a problem. I've been to Finley Basin. It's a beautiful area, lots of old mining, but you know, very, very amazing headwaters for Granite Creek there. It springs from the ground about 50 feet from the road. And that will be a road that they will be trucking up and down, you know, often. One of my main questions was what's it gonna do to the water table for that headwaters of Granite Creek? There are 2 creek crossings of the road where there's no bridge, you're just driving across the creek. There's probably 60 to 80 feet across Boulder Creek, I believe, on Princeton Road. And then there's a little log bridge that somebody has stuck together to cross Granite Creek closer to the site. And obviously they're not gonna be hauling equipment across that. So what are their plans for bridges, et cetera? And then what are the effects to water downstream? So where are they keeping their staff? Where will their staff be housed? How much traffic per day? It says in there it'll be minimal, but is that 3 trips a day? Is it 30 trips a day? What is minimal? And what will that do to the road? And then I think you guys brought up as an airport board member, you know, the question of are they expecting to run at night? And how do we, you know, obviously we are a day use only airport. And on top of that, I think Commissioner Pulaski, you mentioned charging a fee. I don't think we have anything like that in our regulations, or guidelines for the airport, but I don't feel that a commercial fee would be out of line, and I'd be happy to take that to the airport board, try and get that on the agenda for the next meeting. And then my last question is, what does the county actually have as far as regulations and conditions that they can really put on this, other than, hey, you're using our road, you're using our airport, and you know, water. You know, are there any mining statutes in the county that address this or that can be utilized to address this and make sure we have proper oversight? So, and last thing, I will say that this issue was brought to the commissioners by the 2 people who were kicked out of meetings this morning, Elena and Justine. And so I would like to thank them for bringing this to our attention.
You got anything on the regulation?
No, there's no county ordinance or would the county be allowed to regulate the mining other than the issues brought up of, use of the county roads, use of the airport. Water would be even a private matter. They know they got a contract with someone, but they don't have a plan. That's the issue. And right now it's just a wish.
Jen?
Yeah. Hello, Jen Walters. I think Linda just did a great job of summarizing some main points for you guys, because I just came across the information this weekend and I was like, wow, it's a long document to read. But for sure, I think water here it's a huge concern. The availability of water I know it talks a lot about pulling it from an irrigation drainage, but it does also talk about using groundwater. And so I think that's, that could impact a lot of people with wells, farmers, ranchers, anglers. What if we're in another season where we have all these fires around us? I mean, I'm not here to oppose the mining. I just think that, in reading the document that came out, I more or less felt like the DEQ hasn't evaluated, impacts much beyond at the actual remote site. They're not taking into consideration yet all the other concerns and impacts around the county that, that this would have. So for sure, water, helicopters flying, like, I think a lot of us don't complain when there's helicopters fighting fires because they're saving everything, but, helicopters back and forth, did they mention a, possible flight path? Yes, but I'm gonna throw it out there like I threw it out there with a lot of other stuff. Why can they not fly in and out of the Drummond landing strip? And we could still charge for that because it's still a Granite County airport, airfield, whatever. So it's further out of the town. It's flying over less properties. It's just out of the way. So why could we not also pose that question to them? But yeah, I'm happy to send Blaine, my thoughts and concerns. If I can go onto the website and put them out there as well. But yeah, like a bunch of us are just finding out about this and reading it, and clearly everyone's a little blindsided, and I want everyone to have as much information and all the questions ready to ask going into this.
Alright, thanks.
Yeah, I'd say both. You could submit it to there and send it to me as well. I'll be sending this off probably and I could wait till the 13th, or when does the commission want me to send it?
We probably, 13th be fine. I'll give these guys time to get your stuff if they want
Okay,
to.
fine.
If that works for you, Frank,
Yeah,
and
send
everyone
it
else.
by noon on the 14th, and get it to me by noon.
I'm gonna do it today.
Or noon on the 13th.
13th,
Noon on
yeah.
the 13th.
Go ahead, Monica.
Monica Prince. I have a couple of issues. Like you guys, I am very concerned, like, why is this a 14-day comment period? It seems very suspect to me that it's a 14-day comment period, that the people don't have time to actually gather their thoughts. The ditch that's being considered for this irrigation water, right? I happen to know, I've talked to the landowners, they had no idea this was even coming. So obviously the company has not spoke to anybody where they even have access to said ditch, nor do they have access to the water that they use all the time. I have some concerns about the helicopter traffic. I really don't care about the town of Phillipsburg. I'm more concerned about the cattle that are grazing on the forest permit below that these helicopters are going to be shoving the cattle off those ridges where they need to be getting their grass for the summer. I'm concerned about the traffic going through the cattle. I'm concerned about the traffic going through Maxville and Princeton. And I don't think that has been taken into consideration. And I will get a letter into you, Blaine, with my thoughts. I will get a hold of the rest of the irrigators and have a conversation with them that we really need to be on point about this. Because water in the state of Montana is, especially this year, we don't have a lot of it. So I have concerns about that. I have concerns about a company being big enough to come in and just tell us what they're going to do without consideration for the impact of the small people. So anyway, those are some thoughts that I have. I also have a concern that they're doing this May through September, which is also peak irrigation season. So if you're talking about the afterflow of the water after they use it, it comes back into the creek. Once they take that out, take it to the top of the mountain, we're obviously not going to get to use that. And where cow camp is, they've tried to drill a well. So if they're talking about getting water on site, are they planning on getting it out of the stock tanks that those producers are using to water their cattle? because all of those springs could be drained just for the use of a mining operation. And we need to be mindful about feeding the world. So those are my thoughts.
You have one, Mayor?
Yeah. Who would I be for this before me?
I'll move
Gail Leeper. So I haven't looked at all of this, but where do they have their general permit in? And B, do they have their air quality permit in? And knowing because of the mining, that is, proposed mining down in the Drummond area, that has literally been going on for years. And I know the general permit for that is this thick. And when I call in and get an update from them, they say, well, we still haven't got our air quality permit. So I guess it is looking like everybody else saying it's a rush deal and it doesn't seem to be fitting in what regulations are. And I am not opposed to mine.
Yeah, I got the unpopular opinion, I guess. I'm looking at 10 well site or 10 drill sites, Dave Kessler for the record. 10 drill sites, and it's looking at that terrain, and I've spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours in that basin, hunting, hiking, you name it. I lived there basically. There's 1,000-foot of elevation change from their little X marks the spot to their top drill site. You're not driving 4,000 gallons of water up there. That's what the helicopters are gonna be for. They can fill out at Altoona Lake just over the ridge. They don't have to come here to land. They might land here to park at night. They can fill out at Altoona and buy that water right or lease that water right from whoever has it. We got a lot of scared stuff here, and yeah, there's some scary stuff potentially, but what do we got for jobs left in this county? And how many is your ranch feeding? Barely you and your family?
Yep.
How much logging's left? None. I watched Spark McClure on top of Granite Drill all day long on about 20 gallons of water he hauled in on the back of his side-by-side. We've got two, if not more, of the best mining assets in Montana, if not the world, in Spark McClure and Bill, Rudd's gas station down here. Anole, yeah, thank you. Why don't we ask them what's going on and what this is gonna take rather than just a bunch of fear? Cause yeah, I'm scared of this mess too if it goes bad. But what are we feeding ourselves with? There's not enough ranches left. They subdivide everything on Rock Creek and Mungus and Munis. That's not feeding anybody. That's not employing anybody. We got the candy store left and that's about it. I mean, we gotta look seriously at bringing some jobs in here or we're gonna be nothing but tourism. We're in construction. What are we gonna build and for who? We're gonna build for a bunch of people that live out of state and nobody lives here anymore. Our school goes under because we haven't got kids. We haven't got any families coming in. When we had logging and mining, we had families here. Blanche, you guys remember this. This was a thriving community of good people that worked hard for a living. That Maxville country, that Finley Basin is so potholed with mines, you can't go 200 feet without finding some tailings or something that was dug out of the ground. That's the most pristine area you'll find in Montana now. Go up there and look. You would drive across the creek to get there. Been doing it for 150 years. The bull trout are still there. They're not dead. They're not gone. 4,000 gallons of water per truck, and if they fill 10 trucks a day, they're not going to get it to those drill sites. That sounds to me like dust control. If they're going to irrigate that road and water it, keep the dust down, it sounds to me like they're already planning to mitigate some of the problems that could be coming up. If they want to lease water rights, I don't have any down there, but if they wanted to lease them from me, if the price was right and it pays better than raising hay, great. And we've got to take a hard look at what potential this has, not just the scary stuff. Yeah, it's scary. It might not be pretty for a minute, but you know, they shut down logging. There's clear cuts when I was in high school, clear cuts on the way to Missoula that just made that hillside look terrible, ugly. You can't even find them now. They shut down logging because all those clear cuts are so ugly, you can't even find them now. Give this 10 years after they're done up here, you won't know where they were. You can ask Bart, Blanche, you know him. You're related. You can drill a 2-inch hole or a 10-inch hole to take those core samples out. It's a bit that's about an 1/8 inch thick. That's a pipe. They're drilling pipe into the ground. They need the water to lubricate the bit. Some of the stuff, the waste they're gonna be getting rid of is gonna be the bags from the mud that they mix with the water to make it more like jelly, so it doesn't just flow away. And they catch all that stuff as it comes back out. So the solid waste is gonna be bags that had basically dirt in it. So I think we need to take a long, hard look at the potential this could have. If they do open a mine up there, how many millions or billions of dollars will that bring from the county? How much more tax revenue is that gonna bring? How much more road access are we gonna have to fight fires if we get a fire up there? You know, there's places where they cross the creek, they'll put culverts in. It's not gonna be the end of the world if they kill 2 fish. But it'll be the end of the county if we don't bring some kind of industry and business in here. I'll shut up now. Thanks.
So,
Good.
I'll say I totally agree with you on your basis for mining and bringing in jobs and stuff, but at this point, it's just making sure they're doing things correct. And so,
Yeah.
given the comments, we're not gonna shut it down, but we'll make sure that their plan is, more specific and better. And they should know they're gonna have to do that,
Right.
but, what are the issues? And so I think bringing up those comments now will help them work out a plan that's better later on, not to shut it down, but to have a good plan.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
place.
just protect the county infrastructure pretty much is what this is
Yeah.
about. It's
Yeah,
just
we're not
protect
against
us.
it, we
No,
just wanna
we-
make sure it's done right, have more info.
Yeah, cause I think there's more positive than there is negative, but if they do the negative the wrong way, then that's gonna be a bigger effect. But I mean,
One more question. Does the county have somebody like a compliance officer that would monitor and go through their contract and somebody to be, you call it mediary between the mining company and the county? If not, maybe that would be something to look into, to have somebody that monitors and make sure they're in compliance.
Well, that should be DEQ, but yeah, they could have a liaison on the, issue, the local
Yeah.
issues of county.
oh, go ahead, Meredith.
Just a quick comment on why this is happening or why there. I don't think it was in the notes. But so in the 80s, Union Carbide had that lease and did exploration up there and found tungsten. They lost the raw data. So they had the report that says, hey, we found this. But they lost the raw data, so this seems to be an exploration to confirm that the data that the report says is accurate. So, and then, shoot, what else was I gonna say? I don't, anyway, there we go. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
One more comment.
Yep.
You know, Park McClure did a presentation down at the museum and said that this area has some of the rarest minerals on Earth. And he said that one of the minerals they used in, I believe, World War II in batteries, it came from here, and this is the only place they could get it. He said, what really struck me is Japan had planned, like it, Phillipsburg was, or granite maybe, was the number 3 target for Japan to bomb if they got the chance, because of how rare and valuable those minerals are. Well, if we don't develop them here, is China going to? You know, it's not just for us. Tungsten's a huge military thing. That's a huge asset for the United States, for our security, for the county. That could be the biggest boon that could ever come.
All right, we'll take one more here. We'll
Yeah,
have to
that
move on.
was what I was gonna, what I was trying to remember.
Okay.
So, tungsten is, I believe, considered our most desired strategic metal right now. So, which is probably why we're seeing an expedited application on this, and we're seeing this pushed through very rapidly, so. It is important, and like I said, I'm not opposed to it, I just wanna make sure
Done right.
we're done right. Sure.
All right, we're a half hour behind, so we gotta kind of get moving on, but so, yeah, if you guys, we have lots of comments, you got any more comments, you can,
Email me or drop them off.
yep, or email them to the link, I guess, so.
Just one quick.
Okay.
Thank you. So just, and I'm not against mining, but when your population grows, just remember your EMS services.
Yep.
So, and we know what a struggle that is right now.
And again, this is only for this core sampling next year, so if they went forward to open a mine, they would have to
Oh, yeah.
Go
go
through.
through the whole process, and then they would have to stay out, you know. Yeah, so this is just for that core sampling.
So my question is then, because Granite County wasn't notified, and why wouldn't this temporary draft thing come to Granite County? Is it because it's just exploration? And
They said they notified you, I don't know where, I don't know where.
Nobody's.
It's just
Yeah,
in
they
their
can't
list,
be in here.
in their list, in their EA of, or somewhere I saw a big list of people they notified, and Granite County was listed, but it just said Granite County.
I should have.
So I can't tell you where.
Where it went, right?
Okay.
All right, well, thank you for everyone coming in, give comments and everything like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Thanks.
Okay.
So we're running about half hour behind, we'll move into our 10:45 agenda item with, TCS Northwest. Can you see if TCS is out there, Linda, and let them know?
yeah. No. Yeah.
this one,
Ran a little long on that one. How are you guys?
Man, they call it.
You guys say your name for the record?
Terry Moreland, TCS Northwest.
Travis Melvin, CS Northwest.
What's your name?
Travis Melvin.
No.
So, Terry, TCS, so these are the color samples that we have for the windows. I can probably get some actual real samples instead of a printed copy. But we looked at, we were up on the roof and they're recommending that we go slate, recommended for the color for the windows to be the Bahama brown, which in the windows in the dome and then the lower windows in the dome, the interior doesn't really matter because it's unfinished in there. And so that Bahama brown looks like it should match pretty well. The lower windows, it should match as well on the exterior. The interior, however, the interior wood finish is more of a kind of a walnut. So I need to research that a little bit more and see what we can do on that. It may be something on those wood windows that maybe the interior we try to get unfinished. And then we have to stain it, because otherwise you've got the hazelnut or the leather.
Yeah.
So
Historical accuracy, yeah, probably the.
because we're still putting all that trim that's still gonna be around the windows on the interior, so there's a lot of red in that hazelnut and leather. There's a lot, obviously, there's a lot of variance in the trim all around, but trying to match up, might be easier if we actually just stain it, so I need to check with the window manufacturer to see if we can have that done. The other thing that we were talking about is the brick color, which those samples are outside the building right now. Travis and I looked at it again, and it's hard to match old brick.
Yeah.
So
The
first one, yeah.
the desert sand is probably the closest, which is that one to the far right, but the texture is a little rough. So I am gonna check with the mason and see if maybe that color desert sand could come in that more smooth finish. The Sutter's Gold, which was right next to it, which is a real, the finish almost looks exact.
If we want, we can just step out real quick and look at these and. come
Yeah,
back.
if we could do that, that would be great.
This picture
Yeah.
works for me,
Alright,
unless you want to.
you know, if
Yeah.
you're good with it.
My question is, why do, the architects feel that the Bahama brown for the trim on the windows, do they want it not to contrast? Is that, they want it to match the dome or what?
It looks like it matches pretty close to the existing color that's on most of those windows. If we want to look at something different for the windows on the actual dome itself, but that's,
Oh,
He
this
just
is
kind
for
of-
the actual dome itself? It's
Uh,
brown?
yeah, that's what he's put for the exterior windows.
All
I,
windows?
yeah,
Oh, okay,
so
but just the dome windows.
What do you think, Scott? I mean, you think that's, are you good with that?
Yeah.
Or do you, yeah, if you suggest something different, I'll do it now.
I'm not a decorator.
And again, I know it's difficult because it's just a printed copy, so I can check with Voice and see if they actually have the color samples on the card. Where I could bring
So
them
the
back
Bahama
out.
brown would look good.
But that's just coming out, I think guys, if we could get a right.
We get the hard plate, yeah.
Yeah, to make it a little bit easier,
I
yeah.
guess I'm like you, looking here, it's faded, you don't, I don't. you can't
It's,
go-
it's difficult. So I had just got the submittal information from the window supplier and submitted that to Slate for review, and I'd asked, because obviously it referred to on the drawings as to be determined. And he kind of sent it back and said, made his recommendation that said to verify with you guys on site. So I think it probably makes sense for me to go get some better.
Yeah, because I mean, with printer, I mean, it's not the
Yeah.
real color, right?
And looking at it, when you're looking at it on a computer screen as well,
Yeah.
it looks a lot, bolder, but it's not.
I mean, it's
Show
just,
that
just
actually
like
match
the
up.
first page, like that hazelnut leather, I mean, it looks red here, so I can only imagine how red it is in person.
Yeah,
right?
that's the thing. And then obviously when you kind of get it up next to the
Yeah.
existing window trim, it's probably not gonna match.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you can get some hard samples for sure on that, and then, yeah, we'll go with like that one Blanche pick or bar one on the right.
yeah, which is, should be the desert sand, yeah.
Trying to get it.
I'll see if I can get the texture to be that smooth finish. To where it matches. It's probably not gonna fully match. It's way up on the roof, but you're still gonna see it,
Right.
so.
Really fast.
This,
Yeah,
yeah,
Get it faded, how to sound.
so are we doing on the dome pebble gray?
I can get, it's not.
Do we have to make a decision on that?
That was was it last week we got that?
Oh, I wasn't CC'd on that, okay. Yeah, do you want me to get some actual color samples for that too, with that? I'll ask Seth to see if he can forward that email to me so I can verify that. I didn't. You got it, thanks for that, I appreciate it.
Yeah, not the brick picks and the colors, yeah, I think we need to see the
Yeah,
hard colors,
Okay.
copy of it.
okay. And then Travis, do you wanna go ahead and update them on the ADA slab?
Yeah, on that,
Yeah.
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 So when that slab got poured, it was, coming out too hot. And so it set up too quick to get a proper finish on it. So we talked about, there's a product, think it's out of Utah, that we could possibly just do an acid wash on it and cover the top and then smooth it out, or we're just gonna rip it up.
I think we gotta rip it out. I mean, the culvert, the manhole lids half covered and.
And that sidewall got a big, you know, that ain't square.
Oh, on the retaining wall?
Yeah, that stuff should have been looked at a little better. It's kind of like, I've been around quite a bit of cement work and I just like maybe something sloughed a little bit, but that whole thing needs to be redone. That's my opinion. I'm not happy with it. I'm not the only one. It's like the top, you know, where there's just a big half-ass grate and that.
Just needs to be looked at. Yeah, do you have time to walk it later?
Huh?
Kind of see what you want to do with it.
It just needs to be fixed and done right. That's it. I went down again this morning and looked at this.
But maybe going down there with them and showing.
Yeah, if you want, you can run down real quick with it, Rob.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, I don't mind walking anything with anybody. We can look at what you want. That way we make sure we get it exactly what you.
Yeah, that whole flat part's gonna have to be tore out.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna patch something or, just that, and that wall, it's got that, you know, and then there's a hump going into it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't done right. That's the way I feel.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yes, yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be done, now it's going on 5 weeks, now it's gonna be another 5 weeks there, or what the hell? I mean, you guys keep telling us, I'm telling us. Next week, I'm sick of hearing it. I mean, this stuff keeps dragging on and on. This shit should have been done before you ever even eyeballed against you taking on the roof due to the fact you haven't finished this. Yes, I'm frustrated, it's just every week, it's another, oh no, gotta wait. I'm sick of it.
Understand. As far as the demo goes, another noise issue that comes in with backs, obviously that's pretty loud work. So something that I've talked about doing is just coming in the weekend and doing that while there's no meetings going on or any court or anything like that. So just try to make that as easy as possible on everybody, try to smooth that over. Yeah, I agree. I'm not gonna tell you it's gonna be done next week if we're doing weekend stuff, but definitely make it a priority to get that done, make it right for you. Good.
Do you want to talk to them about the battery backup and?
Yeah, if we got any more information on
I'm
that.
still like, I talked to the guy who's in charge of it, a couple of weeks ago before I went on vacation. He said he was gonna get me an update. I was on vacation for a week. I came back. He was gone for vacation for a week. I talked to him the middle of last week. He's supposed to be giving me an update. I sent him an email again. I still don't have an update of what's going on with it.
Guess as soon as you get one, maybe just forward that email to Miranda, so she can get it to us.
Okay.
Or Miranda and Blaine, and then they can get it to us, whoever. Little Otis.
Yeah, they're fun to work with.
No, at least they've, I mean, couple things they've tried, I mean, they come off the, views a little bit, but the whole, they just need to be more responsive. Yeah.
Yeah, down the line, what's gonna happen?
Down the line.
Something happen, you know, that's what.
Their service department is a little bit better about that. It's the new construction tends to be the harder ones to get a hold of.
Yeah. Just gonna be expensive, well, hopefully more things fall under the service agreement.
Just build a new building that's totally flat.
One story needle.
Alright. I don't have anything else, but yeah, as soon as you can get, maybe, you can have those. Probably wanna get your colors picked out pretty quick, so if you get those, just let Miranda know, we'll bring you on the agenda next week, we'll look at them and pick them.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, have a good day.
Yeah, thanks. Have a good.
Thank you.
Alright, moving to our 11 o'clock agenda item, amendment to resolution 2026-2. Grant County resolution establishing mileage, lodging, and per diem rates for business travel for year 2026. Because IRS increased mileage rate amendment.
I make a motion that we amend resolution 20.
I got one comment for you. Looking at the resolution, it gives the statute and the statute automatically updates. It follows
So we
what the
don't have to have a
IRS says, so yeah.
resolution.
So citing that statute, the resolution will automatically change to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So we don't really need it.
You're good. Yeah, so it should be following the IRS,
Okay,
regs and that, yeah, I'm glad we do it that way. So
Well,
we don't have to.
that's
worry
good,
about
cause I didn't know, sure,
Yeah.
if we had to.
So
amend
So it
it.
automatically bumped up on the day that the IRS said it bumped
the
up.
statute, refers to the administrative, the Marquette Department of Administration. They follow IRS and so it automatically will.
So pardon me.
No, you're good. It was good to bring up.
It bumped up to 74 cents a mile,
Or 76.
76, one of the two.
With the deal where they have to use the county car, if not, you only get if county car is available, you only get half, I believe half.
Yeah.
Okay,
People are using the county car though.
That's good.
Yeah, so good.
what was there for? Alright, fire restriction, Jackie Bolster.
So they're looking at, doing a evacuation red on that area this morning, or like now,
Moose Lake.
yeah. So, most, like Silver Bow does not have any restrictions. Anaconda, Powell County is going to go to stage 2 on Monday. Beaverhead is going to stage 2 this week. Most
The
of
natural forest or the county?
the counties.
County.
Bitterroot National Forest is, already in stage 2.
The national forest doesn't have any restrictions yet?
Yeah,
All they
they're in
do,
stage 2.
Beaverhead? Oh, just down.
Lolo.
Oh, yeah. So most of them are campfires at this point. So, of course, the lightning, we can't control that. I talked to Sean O'Connor and David Ray, and they both, are recommending going to stage 2.
I think we should.
Yeah, my thoughts are too, is that we need to go stage 2. I didn't know either stage 1 or stage 2, but we need to go into something, cause it seems like everyone's just kind of waiting for someone to accidentally start a fire and then go into prevention mode after there's already an emergency, so I think we need to be ahead of the game here and we'll just stage 2 as well, my feelings.
Make a motion, we go to stage 2.
I'll second that.
Effective today.
Well, so it takes a while to get all the resolutions and proclamations going too, so.
They got
I think we already got it.
Yeah, I got the resolution. It's gonna need one change, cause our stage 2 resolution says we already had stage 1 and so we need to, I need to change that, but that's the only change where I can go make that change in print, then email it out to I've got the email group. Okay, oh,
Effective,
it says effective immediately, but,
It's time to get it out.
yeah,
Alright,
yeah,
alright.
Like tonight at midnight or?
well, I would say, what's today? I would
Tuesday?
say Wednesday or Thursday, because it just takes a while for them on the other side to get their paperwork done as well.
So Wednesday night, midnight? Or
Wednesday,
Thursday?
11:59,
Yeah.
second change to it.
You'll have to let the sheriff's office know.
Yeah, my email group, I have everyone.
Knows everyone, okay.
And yeah, like Anna Henderson. and
Yeah,
all of
I
them
got
there.
the,
Okay.
the
Candace.
fire, the local fire folks, got the Forest Service, news media, it's a good group.
Do we motion that? Yes.
No one seconded.
Oh, motion. Need a second.
You made the motion for stage 2 and I made the second.
Okay, second. Public comment? All in favor? Aye.
Thanks for the update, though, Kim.
So they're doing red flag or red notice out there?
Right now, yeah.
Where's the fire at?
Well, it took a turn last time.
I bet it went long.
Yeah. And so with the red flag warning coming in today and the wind coming up tonight and tomorrow,
Yeah.
there is some precipitation that's supposed to be coming in Thursday through Saturday, but it's like 1/4 of an inch possibility.
Or lightning.
Yeah, so I did bring this if you guys want the flag.
Yeah.
You wanna put that on the I don't know, do you have it on the website? So. And I did bring stage 2, 1 restrictions. Do you have this?
I have some more stage 1, but I have a couple.
Okay. You don't need them.
If you wanna leave her.
Sure. Well, I'll keep.
I have a couple, yeah.
Okay.
I'll put them out.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else? Oh, they're scooping today.
They are, okay, I brought that up under the Georgetown.
Yeah,
I
because
didn't know if they were scooping today, I know they did the last 2
Sent
days.
them to that Sand Creek yesterday, but they'll be coming back and started about 10:30 this morning.
Just stealing our water.
I know DNRC had people driving around the lake and explaining what was going on, which was a good thing. So it was a positive interaction with the public. All right,
Any other news?
not at this time.
You gonna make the change, I'll be right.
Yeah, I think we're going into a budget.
Okay, all right.
All right.
We got time now.
Thanks, Jackie.
You bet, I'm gonna share.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
All right, we'll I'll go grab the clerk and recorder to do our budget work session.
Apparently we must have got our certified value.
You guys got more patience than I do.
Oh, we do it.
We should have.
She's on phone now, she's right. So she. This is the final one, right, or no? For the
On what?
budget thing? No,
Probably not.
I don't remember. Well, we got until the first.
We're trying to figure out if the mill, how much our mills were.
Oh, yeah.
That should have been in, but
Should be in last
I
week
hope.
then.
And that makes it a
So-
lot easier for
Just
just
start
start.
budget.
She should have done should have got certified value and did the spreadsheets for the various funds countywide, and she should probably, what should be bringing in here is what we need for each fund for mills. That
Correct,
should be
yeah.
coming in.
Got to read this.
Yeah.
What's that?
Jeff Lucas sent a email in for the family base and mine.
I gave Blaine that other one we had, that Trout and Limited one too, so guy can throw it into the packet with everything.
I might just run this up to Blaine right now.
I can forward
Or can you just forward it to him over?
Yeah, there's a lot to it. I mean, I'm not being to mine. I just wanna make sure that we're not stuck on the hook and.
Clean up their mess when they walk away. Damage.
The road, yes, everything, that water is good food.
I mean, but like, those ranchers, they used to right, you know, making a whole out of it.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see what the rules are, if Frank gets that stuff, that'd be pretty helpful, and, you know,
I mean, they're gonna have to leave someone right. They're not gonna be able to pull water unless they do.
Boulder went down, yesterday, it was 2 more inches down, this probably some of the lowest I've ever seen it, it's not the best. Guys gonna have to be careful. Oh, they'll probably tear that out this weekend, is that what he said?
So what you're saying is that it's a bad job. Terrible. And what was he trying to say to?
He could get some stuff to cover it up. We're not doing that. We spent this kind of money on this project. It's not gonna get all of a sudden rigged around just to make it easier, because all you do is put a seal over that.
So it
They're
has,
still very-
they'd acid it, rough it up and then put a topping on it.
And then that topping chips probably, yeah.
There's a lot, I mean, you go down there and look in that wall, yeah, I'm not walking down, they know, if he don't know where it is, then maybe you should find another down. It's frustrating, cause this is 5 weeks, and they told us that right here, and that Mike, what he said, and I'm sick of it.
Maybe,
He said, you know, we were gonna charge before, cause they weren't getting nothing done, I think it's time to start.
yeah, that's what I was just thinking, maybe.
You know, him already ordered and stuff, was, man, you finish it, this is my biggest frustration.
That's what you were said right off the bat.
Just scared that that's what's gonna happen up there. You asked some good, well, I don't know, I didn't, you know, and then when he didn't know about that other stuff, he didn't get CC, well, somebody better get on the right page.
Like all of them.
I mean, Slate, TCS. It's just, I don't know, this is getting not good.
Right. No, I'm not happy with Slate at all.
Well, they just kind of backed out of it, they're giving recommendations to do this and that, but why aren't they here? They making some good money off of us, why aren't they here, you know, picking up, you know, oh yeah, they guaranteed us that they're working that, well, now look at the work, where are they at? It's more time, and there's no cost to us in this. You know, I'm frustrated, I just. And leaving that rebar, wait till somebody trips over that rebar out there. That's ignorant.
Been sitting there, what, 2 weeks?
It's been laying there 3 weeks now.
3 weeks, right?
Is Blaine gonna compile that comment to the DQ? Is he gonna compile it and get it ready, or are you?
To that.
To the mine?
Get brought up.
Yeah, so we can get it in by the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna submit
Okay,
it.
so this
Yeah.
right here is one of the, what the planner, what Linda did,
Yep,
goes with it, right?
well, that was just her concerns with
Yeah.
Blaine, made a bunch of notes,
Yeah.
she's gonna write a formal letter to him.
Yeah.
It's just weird that they haven't come in and at least, who are they? I mean, you think they'd come in and start, you know, trying to get with the public and that, and they're just kinda like they're saying,
I think trying to get through the core sampling, maybe.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay, okay, so what I did is I did get everything, so kind of the preliminary stuff. I got it all entered into budget prep so that I could print them out so that you guys can all look at things. It is all on, Sarah Graham, clerk and recorder, sorry. So it is, we did upload it all of this information that you have, it is all uploaded, on the website.
what's the
If
mill?
you,
What's the mill?
the mill is 32,637. So, yours.
We went up quite a bit and it was.
But went up.
It skyrocketed. When I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, is it wrong? But but it always adjusts.
787 last year.
Right.
When you said that, I was like.
Right, and that was the reaction I had, but it all evens itself out. It's like last year we had 112 mills. And this year it's only 82.
Right.
Yeah, so it's all.
Yeah.
It just, you see that number and go, oh. Anyway, so I think if you go to, the meetings, yeah, and then on the side, you can see what does it say? It says
Budget prep fiscal year 27.
Yeah. And then if they click on that, then they can get all the different documents.
So you've
that you
been
guys
busy.
have. We've been trying.
I am grateful that next year, the Clerk and Recorders Convention is August 9th through the 13th. So it's the whole week after this
Why
stuff
they
comes in. So maybe
they finally wised up.
yeah, I don't know. Okay. One thing I did not mention last week, because we were looking and I didn't have it flagged. Solid waste.
Very good.
Not good. Here, I will get. Okay, there it is. So. And what happened is it's the Republic Services. It's always been, I mean, it goes up a little bit every year with, 150, 175, 200, it's just incrementally, for so I budgeted like $225,000 last year for it. $320,000 in Republic Services. So it was up, almost $100,000. And so, yeah.
Didn't we, theirs went up because of the more hauls now, but we should have got more money too coming in.
Right, well, we have like a little over $430,000 that comes in. It's just that with my budgeting, because I had only budgeted, so, and that's, yeah, and you can actually see it, it'll be lots cleaner on yours. See, I got that phone call, and so I wasn't able to write down what I wanted to. If you look at the top number, you'll know that. So there's general, I think the last two are I think solid waste will be in that. This is the non-levied.
Oh,
So the thing that starts with predatory animal.
Yep.
So if you look at that, you can see like the backs of it. And then I've got revenues on one sheet and expenditures on another thing. And so.
so what's going on with solid waste?
So it's just, we need to find
Money?
for it. So
what is,
the
Republic gonna go up this year?
I don't know, but what I did with the budget is I put 350.
Yeah.
And so that brings the budget up to over 600,000. So what did we have? And it was negative in the cash, 23,000. So with the anticipated amount coming in, the 475.
So I noticed last week, some of those weed grants were in the negative.
Oh, right.
Okay.
And would you like me to?
Yeah, sure.
Tell you what happened with those? Okay, so there's 3 of them. And the Middle Fork and the, I can't remember I've got it. But anyway, those 2, the money came in and it came in an ACH thing. They billed it out. It came in, but it came in this fiscal year. It was very cryptic. We didn't know where it went to. We were trying to finally found out where they went into. And so we've got those in. There's still one that's in the negative and he has billed out for it. We just haven't gotten the money back from the state. So those ones are all good. We've got two out of the 3.
Well, one thing that we always waited till we got the money before we paid out
well, those all go out so I guess that's something so the invoices or the claims from the ranchers came in.
I know,
They were brought
but we
up.
used to always make sure the money was there, and apparently they didn't bother to check to see if the money came in, just because of the fact that it's.
Yeah, the way that Ben was talking is that it's a reimbursement thing. So maybe they've changed things, or maybe, so
reimbursement.
Yeah, that they have to pay it out in order to get, I don't know, I will.
Yeah, they paid out. who pays it out?
That we pay out, that we give the money back to the people. So I will find out about that, and if it's different,
Well, this is years ago. Is that we used to always make sure that the money was in before, so we wouldn't go into a negative.
right, so I will find out if they've
It
changed.
is a reimbursement, yes, they
Mhm.
pay it out.
Right.
And the state gives us the money,
Money.
but the money should be here before we give it back to the people that have paid out. Is
So,
what we
right,
used to
and
always
that
do.
I will, right, I will
Yeah.
find out if they're
Yeah,
doing
Yeah.
things different or.
Yeah, without everything going though, I mean, they might not just wanna give us $10,000 when they wanna use 3,000
Yeah.
of those, so it might be like where we
Yeah.
have to build in
Yeah.
to get
So-
reimbursed.
Yeah, and it's just, and it's so unfortunate when it happens at the end of the year and then we don't get the money until the
Yeah.
next fiscal year. Because then now we've found out from the auditors, you absolutely cannot take money that you get in the next fiscal year and back to, the
Right.
auditors won't let us do.
Yeah, I know that.
You're like, so then it looks funny.
That's why we always waited, so
Yeah.
if they didn't get paid till this fiscal
Yeah.
year,
So,
that's a matter of 2 or 3 weeks is all.
mhm.
Is just something
Yeah.
that's,
Well, even last year though, too, last summer, we were paying as we went. I'd see all the ranchers' claims through.
Okay, so I will,
it's just, kind of good
yeah. So,
accounting, good bookkeeping to make sure that the state has the money to
Right.
us so that we can reimburse them.
right, so I guess that probably extension will they'll have the thing from the ranchers and then they can bill and
Yeah.
then they will bring it up to
Yeah.
us once
Yeah.
it's come in.
And
So,
it's just a matter of
right,
bringing,
so it
I
was
think,
being brought
bringing up
up,
the claims too
Yeah.
soon when the money wasn't
Yeah.
here.
so,
So put that at the end of
Right.
fiscal year in a
In a
negative
negative.
balance.
Yep. So, anyway, we will get together and get that one.
So what do we need to do about solid waste? Do we need?
Start calling it ourselves.
Yeah, right.
Are you gonna have to increase tip fees?
Well, we haven't, I'll tell you, I don't know, we gotta do something, we need to have them come in and see what they're anticipating on, are they going up a bunch more, or what?
Well, right now, what can we anticipate to supplement? Do we have to take some pill?
You know, and that's, if we do, that's just about the only one
That
that.
we need to subsidize?
Yeah, so, but I don't know, I mean, if you wanna look into it, because if it's gonna be that 350, I was talking with Scott, cause I needed to find out how many units we bill out so that I could do this part. It looks about the same amount, and he says he's kind of done, look, you might wanna talk with him about it, cause he's done some numbers, run some numbers on with the cost of the Republic services and stuff, and what it really should be for the you know, instead of the 135,
Oh,
a
you
little
mean
bit more
increase.
increase
the
in
fee?
that, yeah.
So,
And that's something that we kinda don't wanna do.
You don't wanna do.
I mean, if Republic's costing more, then, I mean, I hate to say it, but the citizens using it have to cover the cost too. If their costs are going up.
Yeah,
So I don't
yeah, no,
know.
I see,
You
yeah,
know, I mean, it's not us doing
It's-
it.
it's called
Republic,
inflation.
yeah. So let's maybe get Scott on the agenda next week after the bring the solid waste deal, so we can kind of.
Because he was
Figure
talking with me and he kind of.
that carrot one.
Yeah. So he was saying that he has been kind of looking at that and running some numbers, so he would be the one that he wants.
Well, here's the thing, then he needs to come in and say, hey, we're gonna have to raise fees.
Yes, and that's.
I got him on the agenda next week.
Oh, you do?
Right
Okay.
now, yep,
Yeah.
come on.
Oh, yeah, did.
So we'll
Yeah.
have.
Just
Because
now.
I didn't hear you.
Try to speak.
Because I was yakking.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Trying to,
So,
yes.
okay,
Hmm.
And the road's looking good?
Yeah, here, I'll show you that one. Of all of my stuff on it. Or written or anything, but I mean, it just depends on if you guys. you know, if you're buying anything, but you've decided to not do that until the next fiscal year, right?
Maybe.
And try to do not do that
Maybe.
till the next fiscal year. Just so that we have some. When those intercap loans paid off, right, and now the intercap
Yeah,
loans will be
that's-
paid off.
Yeah, that, this is the last
capital
one.
outlay is just kinda extra money we put in there for an emergency, right?
Well, capital, if you were
Right.
planning on purchasing
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
yeah, then we would put something in
Like
there.
last year, we put 60,000 in, thinking maybe a water truck, right, or
Yeah.
something.
Mm.
So we got 50,000 in there this year.
Did I put anything in there?
What kind of reserve did they get? Did they get a reserve?
Yeah, they do this year.
What's the percentage?
I don't know
15?
what yeah, I think I don't know what theirs is
On
because
the reserve.
I don't know if because that one's just strictly because of subtracting, you know, seeing what's going out and what's coming in, not doing like with the general fund, you know, or not the general fund, but all the other ones where I add the reserve 15% or whatever to get to it. So, because they're on a different one. So we have to do the math.
Okay,
We'll have to do the math on that one. But anything more than 1%, it's better than they've had in the last 6
well,
years.
because of the fact that, yeah,
I was kind of tickled with that one. I mean, and it is because we got, I think, 2 years worth of this rural schools stuff that helped out immensely.
so on your work papers, do you wanna put right next to it what percentage you did for reserve? It could, so I don't have to try to figure it out myself.
Yeah, calculate.
I could do that.
Talking about going back to solid waste.
Yeah.
Cause we got that backhoe did we put down money on that backhoe? We bought the backhoe. Is that why we're kinda in the hole there too?
Tobacco.
Yeah.
Did you do that this fiscal year or last fiscal year?
Last fiscal year. We bought it in fiscal year 26. Then we had it last fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That might be, but the whole thing is, I think that we budgeted for that. Where's
For
the
solid waste.
solid waste? Do you have the solid waste?
She
Should I
gave it
take
back
it
to you.
back?
I gave it back. Oh, I gave it to Warren.
No, I don't have it.
I thought you had that.
When you gave it back.
I give it back. I gave it.
She put it right in. her-
Okay, so the thing with what we do, it's a loan from solid waste paying back Pilt.
Oh, that's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, yeah, there
Yeah.
wasn't, yeah,
and
okay.
we were gonna make it in payments, is that budgeted for?
that is not budgeted in here. So,
So,
okay,
I mean, if we need to,
What's that much?
if we need to, we can waive for this fiscal year. But you don't have a budget in there anyway. We're looking poorly. So we didn't really figure, we were gonna figure what the budget was gonna be to pay back Pilt. Cause we got 2 loans from Pilt. One was solid waste and where was the other one? To lend money to,
what we.
Was this last year?
gave- Was it what we?
was this
gave
last
to-
year? Let me go.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Was it what we gave to the city?
no,
That
that
was
was
not,
different,
that
yeah,
wasn't a payback.
no, that was.
What was the other payback? There was that, yeah, the backhoe and.
That solid waste we lent money to and Was it
Sounded the
ambulance?
Cause I thought, no, cause they were talking about doing
Ambulance.
something, but we didn't do it.
It was the roof.
I didn't think we did another loan out. We talked about it.
Is that the roof project?
No, that ain't a payback. That
I
was-
thought we did Drummond ambulance, and we lent them some money.
No, they both done well on their own.
Who
That
was-
Phillipsburg ambulance, I know they're gonna be asking for a new ambulance. It's in there.
Ooh, what was it? It was, we had to.
Yeah, well, there was 2.
There was two.
I can't think, no.
There was 2.
But I don't have the solid waste fund on that either. That can be very good.
You didn't transfer anything out of Hilton to